Let's pretend we scored a goal. Let's pretend we scored a goal.
Welcome to 34. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan, joined by Ernest, a Manchester United fan. Free Mickey. I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Adrian, a Liverpool fan.
You'd again. Mat it.
I'm joined by, and I'm joined by Oscar. And I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Oh mate, how do I even follow that? Yeah. Let's have it. 4 wins in a row. Let's do it.
All right, let's start. That's a madness. Let's start off. Scenes at the Stadium of Light. Arsenal winning 4-1 away from home. No one's ready. No one's even ready to talk.
Okay, I thought of that on Saturday. I had to do it. After Matip scored, I'm like, yes. I couldn't wait until Monday.
It's too early, bro. No.
Yeah, anyway, Stadium of Light. Sunderland 1, Arsenal 4. Arsenal, Duppy and Berry, as I said, would happen last week. And David, Arsenal, what did you think of the performance this weekend?
Right.
Bruv, obviously, first half, we're dominating in it, but we're going 1-1 in it.
Yeah.
The second half, just slap them up, bro, straight, bro.
Oh, it was 1-1 half time.
No, 1-0. It was 1-0 at half time. Yeah,
1-0.
Oh yeah, the first minute 1-1, didn't he?
It was 1-0 at half time, and you think to yourself, Arsenal should have. This game should have been gone long time.
Trust me,
long time ago. But I don't know. Like, I think that's the thing with football, innit? If you just don't take your chances, it comes to bite you.
That's it.
It literally comes back to haunt you. And if anyone was a betting man, you don't put no money on Sunderland even scoring. But some way, somehow, penalty came their way. That Atkinson guy, is it Martin Atkinson, the referee? Because he was the referee against Chelsea United, and he didn't send off David Luiz, and he didn't give Sanchez the penalty that when he was brought down in the penalty area. I mean, there's no reason for Sanchez to go down. It's a blatant penalty.
Trust.
And even was it Watmore that went down the other end? I think it was a different penalty as well. But I just felt like, man, this referee, I just wasn't feeling comfortable. Because I seen how much of a mare he was against Chelsea and United. Then I thought, not him again. And he just was kind of making stupid errors. Very close to the action.
I don't think he was ever going to come in between you and that victory. I think I think you were always going to. I had confidence. Because if there's one team I trust, every year, as much as you have your blips here and there, Arsenal take care of the small teams. They look after them.
I think we do. But it was one of those ones where I know that's a game somewhere, the immature Arsenal side, somewhere along the way would have drawn 1-1. Even probably lost 2-1 in the dying minutes.
For me, it was with the fact that you guys didn't win the Borough game. Was like, no, there's no easy game, innit? There's no given.
I don't know, man. I don't worry about teams like Sunderland.
Yeah, but you didn't beat Borough at home.
No, but Borough's a different animal.
At home, though.
Borough's a different animal.
At home.
No, home or away. I don't know what you're saying. Arsenal at the Emirates is a different kind of.
It's a very different
team.
Arsenal, because teams come to set and they set up two blanks.
Your players are more under pressure with that atmosphere at the Emirates than anywhere else. To be fair.
The Coquelin El Neni sort of combination at home is very
it's a bit negative, isn't it?
Yeah, it is negative, and it's just because you ain't got Cazorla who just eye of a needle pass, who will just kill teams. Like he's the reason why defenses get split up open, and yet he doesn't get that much recognition. Giroud, first 2 touches, 2 goals.
Trust me.
What do you reckon, man? Is he back in the first team on Sunday?
Bro. Super sub.
Super sub, yeah. You don't start him against Spurs on Sunday, yeah. Or even does he play midweek in the Champions League? Do you think he gets to run there?
Obviously, playing Ludogorets, but on the bench, bro. On the bench. Come off and do what you do, bro. Do your thing, bro.
What do you lot think of Olivier Giroud this season?
I think that second goal was excellent.
Yeah, I think it was a top-notch header.
Excellent.
Very good header.
Which one was it? The one where he hit
the
back of his head?
Yeah, the glass.
He didn't look.
That's a dying art, That's a dying art, bro.
It was incredible.
He knew it was.
Classic case of Ozil thinks, I'm just going to put this on the corner of his head. It's just going to bounce in. It's one of those free corners and free kicks that when Ozil sees an assist on someone, he just says, I'm going to apply on your forehead, and bang, it just goes in. So, I think Ozil was excellent. I think even Gibbs, starting at head of Monreal, I think he was really good as well. Sanchez, though, different beast.
He is the definition of a box office player.
Bruv, he's different.
You pay
beast.
to see people like Sanchez.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna be tiring myself saying it every week. This guy, his consistency is just unbelievable.
The quality.
And the funny thing is, I was listening to the Gary Neville podcast, and he was chatting about Hazard, didn't it? And just sort of thinking he gets on Hazard's back not because he doesn't like him, but he thinks the talent that Hazard has, we should be talking about him in the same breath as your Messi, Ronaldo's, Bale's, Aguero's. Like, he was talking about that. And he says, but the difference between them man and him, them man don't have bad seasons. They don't even really have bad patches. He was like, there's certain men that are just constantly banging
7 out of 10
every season. And at the end of the season, it's like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And that's a ridiculous
minimum.
average. That's a ridiculous average
Got
for the
Suarez,
season.
bro.
Huh?
Suarez.
Of course, Suarez is in there as well. But,
Suarez, yeah.
I bring it up to say, Sanchez for me is someone no less than 8 out of 10 since he's been at Arsenal. Sure. In terms of, like, at the end of the season, I think he's done an 8 out of 10 performance. He's dragged the team at one point. I think
And when he's had bad games, it's because he's dragged the team.
Yeah, exactly.
It's he's carrying.
Can't do anymore, bro.
Yeah, it's like you can't expect me to do everything. That's what I'm saying. So.
David, are you feeling positive about Sunday? About Spurs at home? With the performance that we had on the weekend? And it's just with the season so far, just the way we've been.
Because they haven't got Harry Kane, I think we can beat them.
Yeah, beat them.
They're beatable.
Who's the favourite?
Please beat
on the weekend. Who's the favourite on the weekend? It's written for Arsenal, isn't it?
Arsenal.
It's a derby game, man.
It's a derby game, knocking unbeaten team. I mean, that's just you're just asking for that to happen.
I think
But
it depends what Tottenham turn up, bro.
yeah,
Is the best Tottenham without Harry Kane good enough to beat this Arsenal side?
if they use Son well, yeah.
Son is, listen, I've been saying, Son is not a striker.
No.
He's an attacking midfielder who Pochettino, again, is putting in another position. This business of putting a guy there because he can do this or that, I don't believe in that philosophy. Play a guy where he was born to play. I don't know if Son's best position is up front, minus Harry Kane. I think Janssen is going to come good. I really do look at him, and I think this is just a bad patch. But Son, I don't know. I think Mustafi and Koscielny can handle people like Son. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, because I'm not really fussed about that game. I'd like to see goals on both ends. But
I think Arsenal should beat them, bro.
Arsenal should beat them.
Should beat them.
Should beat Tottenham.
I guess. But
I'm not scared of this Tottenham.
I wonder if Tottenham are not coming out to win. Most North London derbies, they've come out to actually win the game, which is what's been so
When was
great.
Tottenham's last win?
That's the thing.
See,
But I don't think.
Van der Vaart too?
I don't think.
No,
that-
not in the.
No,
I'm talking
it
about
means in the-
in this season,
But I think they will come to take a point. I think they will come and
which
defend.
is one of my issues with Spurs. Like this season, Champions League has come into play.
Yeah,
Harry
they got a
Kane.
big game on. I think Wednesday is it? Or
Yeah,
Tuesday even.
and I was gonna say we'll get to it later. I think Pochettino has holes in his system, which I saw last season, but I think he rode the wave a bit well, and this season he's getting exposed. We'll talk about that.
If you want to talk about a team of holes, Sunderland flipping out. I mean,
Mad team.
that is. I feel sorry for Moyes, man, because he's got a bad team.
I don't.
Why don't you?
I think the team was bad before he got there.
So why don't you feel sorry for him? That's my point.
Because I think Moyes is good enough to know a bad team.
I see.
So what, he should have taken the job?
I don't think he should have taken a job.
That's a big thing, though. Imagine a Premier League side is needed, and Sunderland have been saying that they've been tracking this man down for years.
Wherever they say the team is not good enough.
But
It's just
a
not.
Premier League
I
job.
don't think their team is like so bad that they're doomed to go down.
It's not a
the
Villa.
quality of
It's
the team.
not a Villa side.
I think I'm not saying it is. It's just you look at the team, and we always joke about they sign 9 players a season. We just looked at the TV. They have 10 new players in. I think half of them were loans, and half of them they bought. So I'm looking at the team like there's not one victory you could have summed up. Not one. The team is not good enough. Like period.
So you think from day one Sunderland were going down?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, you look at the teams that are coming into the Prem. You look at the investments in teams like Newcastle. Newcastle ain't lost a game in a minute. Yeah, they're coming back up. Newcastle now is more equipped than Sunderland. Do you see what I'm saying?
Would you have said the same thing though if it was a Sam Allardyce Sunderland?
No, I'm looking at the team. No, I don't think I would have.
They were going to go down.
I don't think I would have. I was saying to these guys before the pod that any team with a good coach is salvable.
Yeah.
You can do something with a team. Gus Poyet did it.
Could anyone have done anything for Villa last year? That team was, oh my, I don't even want to use the words.
How many worse teams have gone down?
I think that's the worst in Premier League history.
I said Derby County.
No, you say Derby because of the
bro.
points, but I think Villa in terms of
No, but
No,
You could have worked. You could have worked Villa. You could have worked Villa.
Bruv, like I don't know, man.
Nah, they had the peak. They had.
Bruv,
You could have tweaked here and there.
Do you know what? Yeah. From opening tap, bruv, you were poor, bruv.
Listen,
Yeah, they were. But
And Claude Davis at centre back.
I feel like that man was 2 signings.
Hold
Derby
on. Derby
was
County had like a Kenny Miller up front, a recognised striker.
Yeah.
Name the striker.
Recognised?
Who was the
Recognised.
striker?
Well, they had a Bonlaho who's done more in the Premier League than Kenny Miller ever did.
Really?
So
Brom the Hall is who you're bringing up.
you brought up the Kenny Miller, bro.
I'm the son of Abdi Pele.
No,
Son of Abdi Pele. They're the son of Abdi Pele.
No, hold on. Like, the reason why I brought him, I bring up Miller I'm rating him because he was good at Wolves. He's been great at Rangers. He's been good for Celtic. He's a guy who's actually a decent striker.
So you're saying
Brom the Hall is who you're going to match him against.
But Bonlaho's had seasons where he scored more double figures in the Premier League.
I think he's on 50.
Whoa.
Look back at 07, right, when he
Big
first came
man,
in.
I'm sure Bonlaho's bagged 10 goals in one
Gabby
season.
Abongo
And
has
same
swear
thing
down.
with him.
He's in the
Yeah,
Like, he's done
swear
nothing.
down, bro.
Martin O'Neill, he must have.
He must have.
One season.
Bruv.
One season.
I know he used to be good. No, Abdullah used to be good.
Yeah.
No,
He was a prospect.
He was. That's the word you use right there. A
But he-
prospect.
But then he
Good
started,
though.
but then he lost his way. He
No,
started banging
I
away.
think like
You remember, yeah?
No,
He was
he lost his way and
He was
started
dangerous.
smoking shisha.
Yeah.
There was
he-
one year
he's
when
dangerous.
him and Ashley Young were banging.
He was
Ashley Young
dangerous.
went to United. He stayed there.
No.
He's a typical English gassed player where they gas him up early and we never see the full potential. Typical.
Whilst you check that at Bongo stat, because that's shocking. I cannot even believe that. But anyway,
I'm not saying that 20 goals. I said double figures.
no, I know. Like,
Double figures for Bono is a big deal.
it's still a big deal,
I
bro.
get it. I'm
But
pretty sure
anyway,
he's done that.
when you had man like Carew and them lot, yeah, I think they would have been the ones hitting the double figures in that O'Neill era. But anyway, what was I going to say? David Moyes,
That guy in the midfield.
yeah,
Last season,
we
yeah.
only think he's good now.
No,
we
like-
didn't think he was good last season.
No, I was saying that his stats were similar to
so
Kante.
Oscar's not wrong. 2009-10 season, 35 appearances for Aston Villa, 13 goals.
Right.
That's
What you
decent.
saying?
Shocking.
You saying, Pete?
Okay.
And 3 assists.
The point of the matter is this:
And
I
3
don't
assists.
know a
Hall of Fame,
manager
correct.
in the world that would have saved that Villa squad last season. I don't know. one.
Laudrup?
No.
You don't think so?
That team was shocking.
No, because what and I'm not saying that they couldn't
was
turn that
steady,
club
man.
around over time because certain managers are just there's a quality, some quality managers don't just work under 12 months. They like, I think, like, for example, Sunderland better keep Moyes. They should not sack this man, only because even if it means going down, it's like he's the kind of guy. He's had an Everton team before who were struggling like Sunderland kind of were, yeah. But he managed to mould.
they weren't.
Bruv, when he joined Everton, bruv, this team was a relegation battling team.
No, Radzinski and them, man.
No,
A lie.
but were they bottom?
Hence why I said kinda. Hence
No,
why I said
no,
kinda.
no.
No, I said kinda.
There was one year.
I said kinda.
Kinda's 19.
Nah, but there was.
Kinda's like, bro, they were like 17.
Big man, there was one year they were 17. There was one year Everton was 17. I remember that.
What I'm saying is,
There was one year Everton was 17.
over time, he can. You give him 5 years at a club, he can make that. He can shift that club around. He's a top manager.
And I don't doubt that. My issue is the Prem is more ruthless than ever before.
They need to. It needs to stop being
No,
ruthless.
it can't because
Bring
the
a
money.
blunt knife instead.
No, the money is too much for you to not be part of it. Part of the stew of just revenue. You can't afford to not be a part of it. The plus side is that
That's a great point.
the English leagues in general are generating more money.
Yeah.
Hence why the EFL is sponsorless. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's how much Pete makes.
That's how much money it's making. The Premier League is now the logo. It's the trademark. It's not Barclays. It's the Premier. It's Premier League even. So the plus side is that the issue is that some of these companies, and this is why I think some of them have done all these knee-jerk signings every summer because they feel like everyone's signing, so let's sign and see. And it's almost like a roll of the dice. Let's see. Let's hope for the best. And my issue is that Sunderland as a club is not being run appropriately on the pitch for stuff to happen on the pitch for them to actually be stabilised. Everything is let's sign and let's. Newcastle got relegated. We're still here. Cool, happy days. And it's like, bro, long term you're going down, and they deserve to go down.
But they can't. But my thing, I think, with that is because they just can't keep a manager. Like, why they keep getting rid of them?
Some of the managers.
Besides Allardyce, obviously, but like
Again, it's
Are
money.
the
bro.
owners English or British? Does anyone know?
Ellis Short is one of them's American.
American, yeah.
So that's my fear. My fear, because I think when you're somebody, I think I said this last week. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but when you're somebody who's like a British owner, right, in a club or supports the club that he's like a chairman of or whatever, it's like
Kenwright
the
and
guy
all these
thinks
guys, yeah.
the guy. The person's just got common sense. When you're foreign and you start throwing in billions, and then your team's getting relegated, everyone freaks and panics and thinks, right, I need to sack this guy. I need to get 10 new signings that will keep us afloat.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like American owners listen to the media. Like foreign owners listen to the media.
I feel like we had
Because they have no idea of the game.
They have no idea
It's not
how
just
bad
American,
it is.
it's foreign, bro.
It's just-
Period.
Yeah, Abramovich
Foreign.
does it.
Period.
I feel like they suffocate under the pressure of your club's looking bad, so you look bad.
Yeah, because
So
it's a brand.
It's a brand
It's not
issue.
football to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It's brand. It's me. It's a reflection of my ability, kind of thing. So they think if my team's losing, I'm losing.
Yeah,
so I have to
yeah,
get
yeah.
rid of the guy
But
that's
you know
making my
what?
team
Owners
lose.
are not dumb people because they're
Some of them are.
Well, we say that.
They're
Some of them
clearly smart to be earning the money that they're having, right? So there's intelligence, is what I mean.
Yeah.
But why don't they understand that sometimes even in football, like their businesses are being run, these things take time.
Because football is not a normal business.
Oh my
Do
god!
you know what I think as well?
Really
They think it's a quick fix as
You
well.
can't judge it on the same barometer as
Yeah.
a franchise or a flipping supermarket.
Mm.
It's not the same. Asda's not being run the same way as Sunderland.
Yeah, at the end of the year, Asda can't get relegated. Do you know what I mean?
They
It can go down, though. It can go down.
It can.
Yeah,
it
but
can.
like the revenue you lose from being relegated in the Premier League is just too much of a risk.
So what's the
for some
solution for
clubs.
Sunderland then? Would you lot
I would
say?
say stick with Moyes.
I do
think-
what Newcastle did, bro.
What, take a hit and then
Take a hit
make
and
your way
come
back?
back.
Bro, we are 10
But
games in the
Newcastle-
season.
no, but
Sunderland can't be
Newcastle-
thinking of relegation
Let me tell
already.
you this right now, Sunderland. I'm
Sunderland
not
not
going to
getting
lie to you, bro.
relegated.
There is no
Don't you
hope.
think?
Oscar.
Sunderland
Sunderland,
lad. If I'm Moyes, I'm not giving up.
No,
bro.
big up
I'm giving
Moyes.
up
No,
right
no,
now.
no. Moyes-
It's not an issue of giving up. It's an issue of, bro, you're not winning against some of these dead teams. And you only played City, didn't destroy you, but they beat you 2-1. Then you played Arsenal. And who else? What other big team? They haven't played some of the big teams yet. And I'm looking at them like, bro, United, we're dead. And like, I know we're going to beat Sunderland. Even if it's 1-0, I know we'll beat Sunderland. You see what I'm saying? And
You base it against the game against City. You thought Sunderland going to have a good season.
Yeah.
They did
They
so
played
well
well.
against City.
And
But I've not seen that Sunderland since.
Squad.
maybe
But like-
maybe the Borough game was the other good game they had.
Good. They drew.
No,
They also lost.
No, they drew, I think. But that's my issue. My issue is that there's no W's, bro. There's straight L's. Like, they're taking
Like,
a lot of
no,
L's.
Oscar, I ain't gonna lie to you. Unless that
Dead.
January window is on fleek, they are down right now.
So what's the lowest total for relegation? It's
11. Oh, what's it been?
It's been like 30.
They say
Hey.
well, a team went down on 37, I think, or 38 one time, and they usually say 40 is like your cut-off point.
Yeah.
If you get to 40, you're kind of safe.
And teams usually survive 38, 37.
Yeah, some can survive 38,
And you've
37.
only got 2 points, bro.
2.
No,
Where?
you know November's
Real talk,
tomorrow.
Where are those 30 plus points
November's
coming from?
tomorrow, bro.
With
Bro,
this Sunderland side,
I can't tell you.
where are they coming from?
I can't tell you.
No one wants to play them like end of March, April, May. But now they're losing points.
Oscar, they can't even beat this West Ham. They can't beat Borough.
Yeah, what's that? Okay.
West Ham have been rubbish in
I hate
comparison
it.
to
I hate
last
it.
You
year.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Do you know what's
don't
so
know.
funny actually? This week I listened to our first podcast of the season.
Yeah.
And in that podcast, I was saying Sunderland are going down, and everyone else is saying, nah, they'll do all right this season.
they'll
and
do
now
it.
it's like flipped. I think they can still. I think if Moyes has something, if he has a good window, if he pulls it around, he can change the system and it can work.
He can change the club
I don't
if
think-
they give him a 2, 3, 4 year contract. I think he can change the club, just like he did with Everton. I think he can change that whole club. But, it's this knee-jerk reaction kind of generation where it has to be done today, or they just
Overnight
panic.
success, yeah.
And then they'll sign, they'll probably get Dick Advocat again. And you're just thinking, wait a minute.
Because what gives Sunderland the right to assume that they deserve to be in the Prem?
Bro, this league
In this
respects
position,
nobody, bro.
every year.
What do you mean?
I mean, like some of these guys sack managers and it's like, no, our team's big enough. We're a big. Some of these small clubs call themselves big clubs in the context of the English game.
So
in terms of English
Newcastle, for
football.
instance.
So Newcastle say
Villa-
they're a big,
Villa, I
yeah,
think,
big
say that,
English
yeah.
clubs, yeah. But what I'm
Even
saying
Forest
is-
say that. Yeah.
Not in Forest, yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? So my question to them is, what gives you the right to assume that you're a big club and you deserve to be in this league? Because some of the teams that have gone down, like most of them have been very bad. So what makes you think that you deserve to be here? Because everyone else is investing in coaches, in systems, in facilities, in ideas that make sense. You just signed 10 players. What makes you think you deserve to be here because you signed Januzaj and Kirchhoff from Bayern Munich? So what? They had Jan and Villa last year.
I don't know if it's I can't remember if it's Adrian or David usually makes this point, but when that team just starts to slide, when teams are just like low key not improving, it's like you slide. And Villa got sucked. Like it was out. Like over, I think since what's his name? The Scottish lad, is it Paul Lambert? Yeah. Since they had him, it was like, hang on a minute, how are Villa in this relegation battle when they were challenging 5 years ago?
For me, it started, I think, probably even before McLeish. If I'm going to be honest,
it's from O'Neill.
It's from Martin O'Neill. Yeah.
When
they lost Milner, Young,
they started selling their players.
And they never replaced them.
It's ridiculous.
And they got good money for those players.
And then even the season they went down, they sold their spine. Benteke, Del Vla, all went. Who came in?
For me, one of their biggest losses that they didn't treat well was Andy Weimann. I never understood that
Where
sale.
did he go?
I think he went Derby, you know.
I never understood the sale of Andreas Weimann. He was sick.
He was good, man. He was good. Moving on from Sunderland. Personally, I think there's no hope with that team. Unless January is of the miracle work.
Yeah, but Moyes is the kind of guy that will sign a player that will he always signs Marmite players. You don't know whether they're going to be very good or very bad. And at the end of the season, you find out. Look at Drenta.
Yeah, he was hot and cold.
I feel like that was on him though.
Was it Konchesky he signed?
Yeah. He's had Konchesky.
Or who was the white bray he signed? And there was
Konchesky at Everton?
Yeah, there was a player he signed. I think.
I'm trying to think. Did he play for Everton?
No, Liverpool played for us.
There was another guy he signed. I think about 2009-10 season. I was like, Moyes, these are all the signings you make that don't work for your team, and you sell them next year. Like, it doesn't make sense. I've forgotten who it was, but
I hope he does it well. I like Moyes.
And
he's
one of those managers that takes players with him where he goes.
Yeah, I mean,
he brought Pienaar back.
Januzaj.
Yeah, he signed Pienaar
so
3 times.
I think Kirchhoff is a diamond. I think he's a baller. We'll see.
Yeah, the most annoying thing with Sunderland, because when I was looking at the results and I was looking at their games, the way they went, it was like they'll be in the game up until a certain point, 60th minute, 70th minute, and then they'll capitulate, then they'll concede 3 in the space of like 8 minutes.
Yeah,
and then you're thinking, what the heck happened to you lot, happened against Everton? You're thinking.
The one thing I will say in the Arsenal game though, Sunderland were never in control of that game. It was a matter of time.
There was never a period.
It was just a matter of time.
They
were going to get beat. Yeah, they were just going to get beat. And their defending was diabolical. Shocking defending.
Connie needs to get benched, bro.
Shocking defending.
I think he thinks he's better than he is.
Right,
yeah, he wants that Everton move. He's still got Everton
see
in his mind. That's why. He still has Everton in his mind. But yeah, we can move it swiftly on. Chelsea, away win. Chelsea 2-0 winners up against the Saints. I tell you what, that's probably the most impressive victory I think since that new formation's kicked in. Last week on the pod, I was like, you know what, I'm not really sure about all this because I don't think even tested it too tough. United didn't really show up last weekend, and other guys, I think like Hull and them, you just blew them away. Southampton away. Leicester.
Champions at home.
Yeah, all right. United scored 4 against them as well. So but beating Southampton away, I think was an impressive victory. Chelsea the great thing about them when you lot get started quick. It's like okay.
Yeah, when we score early, it's like
There was a stat about that.
Great to be a Chelsea.
I'm noticing that.
Nervous about Chelsea though.
Once Hazard scored, I was like, yeah, game done.
Did you see Hazard's goal though?
It was very good.
It was incredible.
Seems to be having fun again.
It was incredible. Oh my gosh, yeah, he's having fun.
Okay,
It's the best Hazard.
Huh?
Talk to us.
About Eden Hazard.
Or Chelsea even.
Man, like, all I'm saying is that if you're talking manager of the month and Antonio Conte ain't in your list, I don't want to hear your list. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
don't say
what month?
October, bruv. 4 wins.
No, definitely.
4 wins, clean sheets.
Clean sheets every game.
Clean sheets, bro.
For me,
can't even hate.
Coming off the back of
I can't even say nothing.
coming off the back of losing 2 games before that to switch it around.
You know when
definitely manager of the month.
Can't say anything.
You can't even say anything, bro.
Okay, no, that's very true. You've got a very
Drew
good
against
shout.
United at
You've got a
home.
very
We
good
didn't
shout.
draw that game.
You've got a very good shout there.
Yeah, no, I think you couldn't be happier. Obviously, in midweek, had a little blip in the League Cup, innit?
Talk about your boy.
Obviously, just
that left-footed centre
had
half.
to jump out. Who?
Legend, leader, captain.
Oh yeah, Terry had a man, innit?
Is it going to work for him in this
Nah.
formation?
No.
Bro, he got
It
dropped
was one
against
game.
Southampton.
He got dropped,
It was-
bro.
it was
dropped
Every
against
person
Southampton.
I've spoken to said John Terry's not going to
It's one game though. I think it's just
but,
one
but
bad game.
it's English fan
Yeah, absolutely.
logic.
Okay,
though.
fine,
Come
fair,
on, bro.
fine.
Come
Okay.
No, but do you know what it is?
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
He
I've
doesn't-
been
Both
hearing-
those change
Doesn't
their mind
suit
in the next game.
I've been hearing from many a fan that
Many
many other people that don't support Chelsea
Yeah.
for years now. Oh, Terry's past it. I had in 2012 Terry was past it.
Yep.
I had that in 2012. Terry's past it. So Terry, he's coming to the end of his career. But it's mad that we've got such a good defensive record right now. Our two best centre backs ain't even in the team.
But you know what? To be
Like,
fair, you see, like
what's that about?
You see, like the year you won the league,
Italian.
you would have thought, Terry, man of the match, man of the season and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I think like he needs to be protected. He has to be because if it's like I don't know how to explain it. I'm not trying to belittle Terry's talent. I think he's an exceptional defender. The legs are not there.
He
And
doesn't
he's
have
not
the
had,
pace.
he's not had
But-
legs
To
for
play
years.
in the free,
one
to
thing
play
I'll
in the
say-
He's
free.
not had legs for
One thing
years.
I'll say, because I've probably watched him more than I've seen any other defender, because obviously I watch most Chelsea games, but he reads the game like no one I've ever seen.
So what happened at
He
West Ham?
sees-
You
'Cause
can't play
Yeah,
with
because
him.
completely
first
new
game
No,
back.
system.
do you know why?
First
Because
game
what
back.
I think was very worrying about Terry was not like he was getting blown away by attackers. He wasn't reading. He wasn't doing what he does best. Do you know what I'm saying? That was my worry about him.
Where did he play? Did he play in the centre?
They
or-
moved him from all three positions.
The thing is, I only saw the highlights, and he was every next clip they showed, he was in a different
He's
part.
either the
I
left
saw him on the
hand
right,
or
left, and the centre.
The
So
centre.
I had no
That's how
idea
it
what was
works.
going on.
Terry has to be in one spot.
Yeah,
And it has to be the middle.
Centre
It
back.
has to be the middle.
Because then you get two on the either side.
Because he hasn't got the legs to be
And
right.
then legs.
Because
right
those
centre
guys
back.
are his legs.
Yeah.
Those the two centre halves either side are.
So
are
Terry has to be in the middle.
And you got
And
your
he's
wing
like,
backs.
yeah, you've
And you
almost
still
got
your
like
wing
the
backs.
sweep.
And let him read the game from there.
Let him
Put him
read from
on.
there.
But,
Put him on the
it's
side.
like-
Nah, bro.
It's a Maldini thing where you just dictate play. You tell everyone where to go. You don't even need to touch the ball. You don't even need to touch that ball once. You know what I'm
He
saying?
shoots a pristine blue.
Because he's such a captain.
I'm not mentioning. He just not get dirty.
But fresh.
He tells Aspie deal with him. David,
yeah.
you deal with him.
His shorts are pristine.
The pristine blue. bro.
Vanish. You know what I'm saying? Like, first thing and all that. It's still on. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
But
Yeah.
that's what I've always felt about Terry. And at his age, to adapt to a whole new system, he needs 5 games on the bounce. And then after the 5 games on the bounce, you'll be saying John Terry is still the best centre half in Chelsea, and the
But
performances will show it.
Alongside that, one person that's also stepped up is Gary Cahill. He was a laughing stock before. And
I
now-
wouldn't
now-
be too fast to say that.
He's
No,
got better.
I think he's got better.
He's got
I think he's
better.
good.
That's
and
what I
think,
can say.
And I think you got to give credit where
got
credit's
better.
due. Fair enough. If it was one game, I'd hear you. But
I
he's
do
done it
think
for a
I do
good 3
think he's
games.
improved. But like I always say, 3 to 4 is an improvement. Listen,
I don't think it's 3 to 4.
over the
That Arsenal game, he was like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
over the course of the season, I'll give you my verdict on Gary Cahill this year because every year I feel like I want to give him credit and he does dumb things.
Everyone,
That
it's,
I-
no one hates.
no one
the guy.
hates Cahill.
That's the
Like,
maddest
you
thing.
just-
It's
so
a Smalling
stupid.
situation. It's like no one hates Smalling.
let's
I'm
not-
so
let's
sorry
not-
to
let's-
bring him up,
Yeah,
but no one
it's
hates
the same-
Smalling.
But I agree with you. It's
But
the
you
same
get it.
kind of thing.
You get it,
They're
like-
both in the same boat.
He's the whitest falling.
But anyway, I don't know why we're focusing on so much negative. The fact is, Hazard is back
shout out
to
to
top
Chelsea, man.
form.
Is Hazard back?
Nah, not yet.
Let me ask you
Whoa,
that
whoa.
question. You just said it. I want to know.
Nah,
Is
because
he back?
you don't know. Like a couple of weeks ago on the podcast when we lost to Liverpool, I came out and said, do you know what? Hazard's not actually the guy. He's not world class. He's not this and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this season, he scored 5 goals in 10 games in the league.
Yeah.
That's the form I want Hazard on. Because
Yeah.
if you multiply that towards the end of the season, if he carries on that form, that's 19 goals in 38 games.
Are you expecting 20
That's-
goals from Hazard this season?
20?
I say 20 just to round it.
I don't expect that. But if he
But
did,
he's
I'd
Hazard.
be delighted.
But it's Hazard. Why wouldn't you expect that from somebody who at one point looked like, my God, he's going to blitz the world in this football game?
And he
Like,
did.
why-
my
why
one
would you
issue with
expect it?
Hazard was that I felt like he didn't win games for us. Like I felt like he was just another player in the team. Yesterday, Sunday, he won the game for us.
No, honestly.
He won the game for
Best
us.
player on the pitch.
Someone's phone keeps buzzing up. I don't know what it is. Don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, carry on. Yeah, carry on.
I think he's.
No, bad.
I think he's back to playing at his best. A goal, an assist. Like I just love watching him.
Best player on the pitch.
Love watching him play.
Which goal was better, his or Diego Costa's?
Diego Costa's finish was just incredible.
I mean, how much time did he need?
Diego.
How much time did he need to have
What
that
do you mean,
shot?
how much time did he
I mean,
need?
No, because
is that
no
taking
one
a
wanted
free
to tackle
kick?
him.
It was like taking a
No
free
one
kick.
wanted to tackle
He
him.
had it one touch and a little touch.
He had
and
one
bang.
touch and then bang.
I know, but no one was.
No
anywhere
one was
near
close to him.
He was name the closest defender to him.
That was a defender. I
He had the
don't
whole
know
of
who
St
it was.
Mary's, bro.
By the way, though, what is it about Chelsea at St Mary's? Because they have got a good record over there.
We do.
But what's happened to the Saints? Because they were doing very, very well.
Oh,
I
the
think
Saints.
it's
One
one
game?
game. I think it's one game.
Go
But
marching in.
I don't know, man.
I
It's
do
a bit
think
harsh.
Puel hasn't got a strong arm on exactly what he wants to implement. I think we've seen shadows where we haven't seen what Koeman was doing in January this year. Like Southampton were a different animal this January, and I think it's because Koeman finally cemented his identity. I think Puel needs equal time because their midfield is spectacular.
Let's talk
Like,
a bit about
it's
Southampton
ill.
actually, because I'm thinking to myself, like, you look at, not only we talk about their youth, we wax lyrical all day about their system, the way
Yeah.
they bring forth players, but then you look at their signings as well. I don't know what it is. Their signings seem to be like they make good. I don't know about them making
football
bad-
manager
Football
signings.
manager,
They,
bro.
they make good signings
they're
every
bargains.
single time.
Højbjerg is a
These
ball.
man
I mean,
invest,
let's
bro.
go from Fraser Forster. I don't know how
Nathan
much he
Redmond.
was. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nathan Redmond. You got Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Right. You got Romeo.
Charlie Austin.
You got Charlie Austin. You got what's his name? Classy. You know, there's so much.
Listen,
You got the ex-Chelsea boy.
these man got
Bertrand-
football manager at the
Bertrand,
training
got
ground,
Ryan
bro.
Bertrand.
Right, you can even go back there.
Yeah.
They got football manager at the training ground, bro. That's
But
their scouting, bro. They're
this-
serious,
This
bro.
maddest thing is, do you know that they have the most scouts in football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In football,
Yeah.
they have more scouts.
Are
Than
you serious?
Than Barcelona, than your Madrids, your Uniteds, your Arsenals. They've got the most
They
scouts.
score them, bro.
We're
These
talking-
lot got
And it-
database, bro.
They look at it like this. They study a player for about 2 years.
That is dope.
And it was funny because they were talking about this on Soccer Saturday.
Buffal is another one.
Oh, yeah.
Sofiane
Apparently he's
Buffal.
hot and cold. He's a very Marmite-ish player. Like,
Yeah.
He gives you that, but
Yeah.
then he's annoying as well.
Yeah.
But their record signing, we'll see what happens. I mean, Mane, Pella, Tadic. You look at all these players they're signing, yeah?
Oh,
top
Tadic.
players. But what was I saying? What was I saying?
Soccer
Just lost my train of
Saturday.
thought. Yeah, Soccer Saturday was saying that when they looked at Romeo was a situation where it was like, this guy played for Barcelona, he played for Chelsea. It can't be that bad. Like, it just can't be that bad. They bought him for what? I think 6 million off Chelsea. How much would you sell him for now? If you saw the money that they was talking about on
It's
Soccer
definitely
Saturday,
not 6 million.
it's definitely not 6, but they were saying like he's
Oriol Romeu in today's market.
today's market, yeah,
20.
yeah. They said 20 million.
20,
They said,
yeah,
this is
today's
a player
market.
that you can push on for 20 million right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And it's just like, how much do they make money?
And a team like Liverpool will pay 20 million for
Mad thing.
Listen,
I'm not even
you know,
taking a mick. It's
No,
true.
we paid 227.
but it's amazing how they got the balance of good signings, good scouts, good youth team. It's like, if you're a kid, go to Southampton, man. If you want to learn your trade.
And I also think if you're an owner that cares about football, you look at Southampton's.
I wonder who to put that down to. I'm wondering if it's that Les Reed guy, or whether there's someone
Honestly,
else involved.
someone is doing their
Someone's
job
doing some
right.
stuff.
at
Starts with the
Southampton.
owner.
But I hate the fact that they get rid of manager. Oh, they can't keep a manager. Let me say, every single
It's
time.
because clubs watch Southampton
And then they see.
and they can't help being who they are. Like Southampton knows what they're a footballing club.
But Koeman left because of the lack of ambition at the club.
Yeah, that's what. And Pochettino left for the same reason.
That's a lie, bro.
For the same reason. Pochettino
Wow.
left.
How's it?
Why do you say that?
Bro, take the team where you want it to go, bro.
Bruv,
No, but if they're
peas.
selling your best players.
Every year they sell your best
This
players.
Southampton team it's a
oh,
glass ceiling. There's only
Bruv,
so
Koeman,
far.
name the guys that Koeman was
oh,
had top players for last season. They're all gone, bar Tadic and Van Dijk.
Because
Who
I
we
think-
just signed.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
even at one
it's
point we were
skinny.
saying that if they kept all the best players, easily they'll be competing for the
Honestly,
league.
when you look
Easily.
at Southampton
Yeah.
now, you still think this is still a top 10 side. You think to yourself, how are they doing it? Every year, bro, they're losing players on a mass.
Bro, they've
And
got
it's-
that list, bro.
If they still had Lallana,
See, you
if
see
they
their
still
target
had-
list, you see that
certain
football manager
guys.
target, that
Klein,
short list,
still
bro.
had-
Yeah.
That short list is long. It's stacked up, bro.
I'm telling you, it's a
Oh, you
madness.
should have seen, Tadic at the game. He was giving Marcus Alonso a bundle down that wing.
Is Alonso
was-
getting away with it at the minute? Because his
Oh,
performances
he had a
haven't been the
poor
best.
game. He had a poor game.
His performances haven't been the
Yeah,
best.
poor game.
But is it because you haven't got nobody else that
I
can
feel
play in
like
this
he
position?
can't read the game.
He's young, and he's just come to the
I'd say he's
Premier
like
League.
Bro, he
26.
he's been in the Premier League before.
Where?
At
Bolton.
Sunderland. Wasn't it Sunderland?
Bolton.
Was it Bolton?
I think he played for Sunderland
He
as well.
came for Bolton.
Are you
Then I think he might
serious?
play for Sunderland
As
as
what?
well.
Yeah.
What position?
left back.
Left back, yeah, same thing. Like
At Fiorentina, he did
I don't
that
like
wing back.
new,
Yeah, he did that
new
wing back
style,
thing.
These new left back, full backs. I just can't stand
Defend
it, man.
first, bro.
When they don't defend, you know what I'm saying? They
Defend
just don't
first,
defend.
man. Like,
They just don't defend.
it's not
Yeah,
difficult.
because and in this position, he's not very much required to do as much defensive duty.
Do you know what it is?
But going forward, he's not
Do
good.
you know what it is? It's just because Aspilicueta is not the best fullback going forward.
Yeah.
I think he's the best fullback in the league as far
I
as
hear you.
defending goes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone better.
But
than him,
Aspilicueta
he
plays
can't
in the
go forward.
three.
And this is the thing. Now
Yeah.
my issue is when Zuma comes back, Wagwan, because
I
because
don't know,
Marcos Alonso,
bro.
it's a good problem to
Yeah.
have. But then that left wing back position is an issue now because Aspilicueta will hold you down defense. I don't know what Conte wants. I personally don't know what he wants. But if it's 3-4-3, I don't think you need your wing back to attack as well, unless you want.
What? That's the whole point of them being there.
No, I'm saying if Aspilicueta becomes the guy that
constant.
starts
Yeah.
constantly, if Zuma comes back, because Zuma I think will be excellent in the three at the back.
You reckon?
So I think if Aspi goes back to left wing back or whatever, I wouldn't expect him to do much. Obviously, you can coach a man into doing it, but he's going to the point now he's cemented in that left back. I defend first.
But I
sort
feel,
of
I feel like
mentality. So-
I don't feel like Alonso gives us much going forward. To be honest, like I don't think he's.
Yeah, he's some of them.
I've heard Chelsea fans say he's a good crosser, but I haven't seen much.
I haven't really seen.
I haven't
so
seen much.
I haven't
Oscar,
really seen that,
do you
but
expect Chelsea to be in the title race come May next year?
I think we should challenge for the league. I don't see why not. Like,
They
Do you
don't
expect
know
them to-
Europe,
do you
bro.
expect
I think
them
our
to
They're
team-
out of the League
we
Cup.
don't have Europe. We don't have League Cup. If
FA
we
Cup
don't,
is in February.
if we don't, it's a massive disappointment. Like, how can a club with the amount of players we have on the wages they're on not challenge for the title with nothing else to
the
look forward
quality of
to?
team.
Fair enough. I'm sure Conte
Like-
will strengthen that squad in January.
Also, Diego Costa. Can we talk about this man for a moment?
what do you want to talk
63 games, 40 goals at Chelsea.
about? When he's on,
incredible.
when he
He's
turns
incredible.
it on, he's good. He's a top quality striker.
Incredible, yeah.
When he turns it on,
When he's not
one of
beefing anymore.
the biggest disappointments I saw from Chelsea as a whole, but just you saw Diego Costa like flick a switch. I'm saying I'm not playing today.
Yeah. The reason I
I'm
won't
not on
get
it.
the reason I won't get too carried away with Diego Costa is because in 2015, I think it was, start of the season, he banged bare goals.
Yeah,
Scored
and
like
died
8 goals in about same as what he's done this season almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Scored a ton of goals. And I remember we did a podcast and I was like, there's no way Diego Costa's not going to be top scorer. He weren't top scorer that year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like...
I mean, because Chelsea was so intense.
towards
though,
the
in
end,
first 6 months.
he tailed off towards the end of that season. I'm hoping that don't happen again.
I think that's the problem when you drill teams, when a manager drills, this stuff wears off. It's like, I'm tired. We've won the league. What do you want from me? Do you get what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. Another title contending team, Liverpool, 4-2 winners. Liverpool. They got. I don't want to start on the defending. You start this off, Adrian. Liverpool 4.
4.
What are you saying?
No, do you know what it was? It was one of them games where even where Crystal Palace scored, I knew we were gonna win. For me, it was a case of come on, lads, get your finger out, kind of thing. Let's bang them.
Yeah.
So, but that defense, bro, I don't know what to make of it.
Come on, Palace, bro. Like, Liverpool need to sort this situation out. They literally need to sort this out because you're gonna get found out.
What's your keeper doing, bro?
You're gonna get
The
found out.
first one.
No, do you know what it was? Like, obviously, he was coming out. Like, that ball should have been dealt with. I hear what you're saying, like, he didn't cover himself in glory. But he was thinking, no, fam, it should have been a non-factor. It should have been a non-factor. Like, what Karius was doing, like, because he was expecting flipping Lovren, kick the ball up the field.
Stick your hand up, bro. There's only one way that ball's going in, bro.
Random.
Do you know what I don't get about goalkeepers? Yeah, they're the one person on the pitch who can use their hands.
Yeah, bro.
Like sometimes they.
Do you know what?
Granted, Granted, Lovren did the mayor, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Fam.
Do you know what? I don't know why we let this one slide, but last week De Gea was outside the box when that first goal went in, and I thought, why did we let this one slide?
Oh no! When is United's turn?
Why did we let that one slide?
Because
he, like I'm saying, goalies can use hands. Hey,
let's
ball was bouncing.
Let's go to Karius. Let's
But-
go to Karius. He'll carry us through.
Should Mignolet be in goal?
No.
Question.
No. Do you know why? Do you know why I'm getting it? Oh, do you know why?
Of the two reasons,
No.
He's not the left one.
Peter, I could give you a dissertation of why I'm getting shit again. Fam, I'm being so serious. 10K. No, I'm being so serious.
A dissertation.
Now Mingele should have started for us again.
You don't say thousand words.
Focus group.
I'll tell you why. Focus group. I'll tell you why. Of broken-hearted Liverpool fans. Mingele had 3 years. He had 3 years to cement his place. He didn't cement it.
Oh my God.
No. It was rather.
Brother, say that again.
Fam, 3 years to do your
To
thing.
cement your place.
He didn't cement it. What would you? And also, with Karius, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a bit of you see David De Gea when he first come in.
Yeah.
He was a bit iffy. He was a bit shaky. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I remember that. Shaky De Gea.
You know,
He couldn't catch a cross.
He couldn't
I
catch a
remember
cross.
them
Yes,
Yeah, set pieces.
Yeah.
You was. Oh, De Gea.
So that's bread and butter for a goalie, I'm sure. One
Well,
of the bread
that
and
was
butter.
De Gea in his first season.
No, but in Spain, it's football, isn't it?
Yeah. That ball's
Like-
never in the air, you know. Guardiola, I never realised how many balls go in the air in the Premier League. Do you not do your homework? What are you talking about? He didn't know that there's how many
He
balls
knew
go in the
he was
air.
coming to Manchester City.
There's like 16 teams in the league that specialise in crossing. 16. You know what I'm saying? How can you say this? There's 20 teams. There's 20 of them. 16.
Specialised in that.
Oh my lord.
No, I've been thinking like
my
I think
God.
16 teams have a striker over 6-1. What's wrong? I don't know what league he was coming to.
I don't know where he thought he was playing. Anyway, back to Karius.
He's so Stoke. What's the Stoke?
Back to Karius. Okay, so you're saying he's the man ahead of Mignolet for now?
Reason why I feel like he's a young lad. Let him get his feet under the table, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because Mingele,
He's been here, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's only a certain level we've seen the best he can do.
Was he not hard at Sunderland, or was it just because he's getting shots?
I'm saying
He was-
it's the Ben Foster thing.
He was like a fresh pair of crepe in rubbish.
But like it was like a New Balance crepe.
It was a New Balance. It was high tech.
It was
swear
a high
down.
tech.
It wasn't
Among
like
line.
yeah. You know,
I like
torn
that,
garments
bro.
there.
it wasn't like the
The
AF1.
ratings are so low.
It wasn't
but right now,
AF1
Man,
bro.
I'm ripping Mignolet, you know.
with the red box. With the
Now
big-
we're looking for lubes and Balenciagas.
I think
Get the high techs out
I
of
would
it.
go with Mignolet for the basis
go
of
back to the
experience.
skit.
That's the only thing that would
Well,
well, you would think that he would display
yeah, I would have gone on an experience.
You would
'cause
think
it's just,
that,
he's a
but he
30
doesn't
plus year old
show it,
goalie.
man.
Surely. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't
Surely.
show it, man.
But that defence, though. Like, yes, Lovren, Matip, you know. Matip scored a goal, you know. Lovren,
I think Matip and Klein are the only good guys.
Lovren
in
did redeem
Liverpool.
himself in the game. He got himself a goal. He gave the little pat on the chest, you know. Every Liverpool fan will be loving that, you know, be milking that all day long. Why can't Firmino keep a shirt on? Can I ask?
Because do you remember the Arsenal game where
Yeah.
he scored, and
Yeah.
he mimicked to do it twice?
Yeah.
And then this, because I knew he was gonna do. I'm like, what are
In
you
a
doing?
few
It's a
games he
stupid.
does
Yeah.
that.
I'm thinking,
In
why?
the few games, he's got it like this, and then he's like, you know, he stops doing it.
And he gets a card all the
He
time.
gets booked all the time,
Which
which is a stupid rule.
When you've got tattoos on your shoulder, innit? You
have to show it.
That sleeve.
You have to show off the sleeve.
It's
Wear a
what-
short
it's what
sleeve
you-
shirt. Just be a man. Wear a
was
short
wearing
sleeve
a
shirt.
short
I think he was wearing.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
But the tattoo is quite high on the shoulder blade.
That's
So
a
you
show
have
off the
to-
blade.
No,
yeah.
but like I think it's just stupid that
The
they
rule
passed
is
them
dumb.
for celebrations.
That's what I think. I
Like-
think the foul is stupid.
You know, Pedro got booked last week against United.
Yes,
What did he
for,
do?
for jumping into the
went
crowd.
into the
Did he jump in?
He jumped
Yeah.
in.
So what if you do jump in? So
What? Why is that?
Yeah.
I was gonna say health and safety, fans
Run
can.
that, bruv.
That man.
Run that, bruv.
I remember when we scored against, was it Palace or was it Everton in the FA
that
Cup?
poor woman.
And someone's arm got broken.
I remember there was a poor woman that got jumped on as well.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I think
okay, that's
sometimes.
Do you know what,
Okay,
love?
yeah, yeah.
Stay at home next time.
Why?
Holy smokes!
I'm about that life, bro.
No,
Hey,
to football.
Oi.
Listen,
Like,
you know why I buy a football
No.
ticket?
Enjoy the
You know why I buy a football ticket, bruv?
No one buys a ticket to get an injury.
No, I buy a ticket
But-
for the passion.
but
I need
if-
to see it all.
Yeah,
I need
I need
But with it, now stay in your seat, stay in your seat,
I
man.
need the total package. Or a line makes sense. You can see the ages of the people who bought the ticket. Assign them accordingly. Do something about it. Because it's getting ridiculous. You can't be killing the game.
Why
like
can't I
this.
run
You
into the
can't.
fans and hug the fans?
You can't
Why
kill the
can't
game
a
like
player
that.
do that?
First of all, the fact that
No.
there's all-seater stadiums. Problem number one.
I think
Already.
Wenger was the one that was saying that he thinks we need to go back to standing.
Have a terrace on
Porch,
either side at least.
Yeah, but I don't know. I see the two sides. I think if
And Wenger's just looking like the dollar signs.
But he knows what he knows
get
what
more
it's
people
about.
in that way.
Exactly. He knows. You look at Dortmund, they play 60 on the Champions League.
I think they got the best fans in the world.
80 in a
That man-
midweek.
that man-
In their league.
Them man make noise for 90 minutes.
You know what, speaking of finances, side note, I met a Barcelona fan today, right? He sits like 4th row from the centre circle, 4th row up.
Wow.
Yeah, season ticket holder. I said, "Oh, how much is your season ticket?" Barcelona season ticket, very good seat. I'm thinking he's up in the upper echelons. You know, €1,000 maybe. The guy said €104 for the season.
Wow.
How much is the North London derby?
A bill.
Yeah. And that's just
That's
upper tier.
one-
Same price.
That's one
And
game.
that's just
One
upper-
game is
upper
the same
tier.
price
One
as the
game.
season ticket.
You know when I had a Dortmund fan and one time he told me about 94,
Yeah,
Bayern Munich
yeah.
said like 94. I thought,
Yeah.
rah. Barcelona 4th row at the Camp Nou.
Yeah. They make sure their fans get
England
get in.
need to sort something out. Otherwise, we as fans, we will stop watching football. Or we will
No,
stop.
No, but
playing.
that's the thing we won't though.
Oh, it started. I
bro.
read an article.
I don't
the
know,
other day.
bro.
It's kicked in.
I think
bro.
after a while, once it gets ridic, that's when we'll be like, do you know what? I'm out. Once it gets ridiculous, we will be like, nah, do you know what? This is getting out of hand. This is just getting out of hand. I mean, look, you look at the fans when they had to pay £62 away to, was it Man City? When Man City played Arsenal. After that, then they made a Premier League cap of at least
Of
£30.
£30, yeah.
They just said, because look, this is ridiculous.
People can't afford to come.
These things are more than their train tickets.
Because
Guys, come on.
you know the irony of all this. I guarantee you. I might be wrong. I guarantee you, 80% of the fans that go to football games have Sky Sports.
Lidge,
So you're paying your TV bill
Lidge,
and you're coming to a game.
Lidge.
Do you see what I'm saying? So imagine the money you're throwing away for football. When Rooney don't know who you are, also don't know who
Plus,
you are.
you're buying the kits,
You're buying the
the
kits.
mugs,
Your kids want the
the
kits.
puzzles,
You're buying
you
the
name it,
replica,
bro.
the frames.
Bruv, the wallpaper,
Every
blood.
Everything.
things that are sold in football.
hat,
And
scarf.
if
no
you're-
notebooks.
Not to mention the food at the game, which is extortionate. So yeah.
and if you're a kid, you want the bed sheet covers, the pillow covers. You want everything.
Yeah.
The
But
whole
with
shebang.
Adrian, what I do agree with is because you get people from abroad flying in all the time for games, and you get people. I guarantee you, there's about 10,000 at the Emirates, for example, who are not even from England that go to their games. So you might get that massive influxation of abroad fans who will probably do it, but not every game, of course. It'll be once in a while, but they need to sort that out. They need to change all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we digress. Liverpool. Is there anything else you want to talk about on their situation? I mean, the goals you conceded, bro.
Can I just talk about
What's
one guy?
his name?
MacArthur.
MacArthur. He's dead, you know. He used to crap. He used to crap McCarthy. You know how Wigan as McCarthy.
Yeah.
He was the devil. Can I just speak about one Alberto Moreno?
Yeah, good or bad game?
He had a great 30 minutes. And in my head, I was thinking, do you know what it's like? You know on Christmas Day, yeah?
Yeah.
You see Brussels sprouts on the plate.
Yeah.
You're thinking to yourself, why? You're thinking to yourself, why is it there?
Why
you know,
is it there?
you think to yourself, you know what? You know what? Let me give it a chance. Let me take a bite. So you take the bite now. It's not too bad. So I see Moreno getting up. And I'm thinking to myself, raw, he's not too bad, you know.
Yeah.
He hit the post, he gave an assist.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, raw. Then the aftertaste kicked in. When he was actually asked to defend against Zaha,
Yeah.
man was making him do splits.
Yeah.
Man, like, for one of the goals,
Yeah.
he gave Zaha about 45 seconds at least to go and cross the ball. I'm thinking,
I'm sure. No, do you know what? If there was one matchup, I'm sure one Palace player looked at it, they said Zaha versus Moreno all day long.
The dribbling.
and you know how us lot are talking about the death of Vine? I'm thinking if there's one way to let Vine go out with a bang, Zaha will make multiple Vines. No, but at the start, Moreno was holding it down. It came to a point where Zaha couldn't hack it, so Lee said, let me come. Then Lee tried to knock the ball past Moreno. I see Moreno breeze past him, get the ball, clear it. I'm thinking, my guy.
Yeah.
And when Zaha came back, that's what makes me appreciate someone like Nathaniel Klein. He's
Yeah.
understated, he's underground, but he
Nice.
does his thing.
What is wrong with a defender that defends?
Just defend.
Are Liverpool the most exciting team to watch?
Yeah.
If you're a Liverpool fan and a neutral fan.
Oh, well.
It's the Brendan Rodgers.
It's Liverpool games are the most exciting because you're not going to see a clean sheet.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
Just so clean
Nah,
sheet on the
Not
side.
going to
That's
see a
it.
clean sheet.
If anyone's got a Liverpool goalie in their team, in their fantasy team, I swear down, you man need to sort.
I think you're an idiot.
Like
I think you're.
I bet you get saves though. No, bro. No, bro.
They don't make saves, you know.
No, I like Karius does not make saves. Tell a lie.
I feel like I see Karras make like
I'm sure
3
I'm
saves.
sure he does.
No, I haven't seen one.
Because he would have conceded a lot more.
I ain't seen
No,
one.
I just don't think teams like break as much against Liverpool.
No, do you know what it is? I feel
They
like
just take a hit.
I hear that.
it's weird. I feel like we get hit on the break. Like when it was flipping 3-2 to us.
Yeah.
And Palace tried to break us down. They couldn't necessarily break us down,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But obviously we went up the other end and we scored. And I'm gonna he's not my guy.
Yeah.
But a guy that I think is playing very, very well at the moment is Henderson. Yeah, he had a brilliant game. Just
Honestly,
sweeping up, clearing the ball, working hard for the team.
when you look at his games this season, like
but I say the first two.
progressively,
Yeah.
you can't hate on what he's done.
He's gotten better and
He's
better and
gotten
better.
better each game.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna go as far as to say he's a good midfielder. As I said, I think you can name 100 midfielders better than him. But for what he's doing for this club and the way he's working,
He's doing his job.
I can't ask for much more than that. Because there's times where he was forcing the Hollywood ball.
Yeah,
And I'm like, bro, just be yourself. And then there was a time in no, because I'll give you an example.
Aaron Ramsey thing.
There was a time at Man United, where the ball was on, where a better player could have taken it and sprayed it. What did Henderson do? He knows it's not within his repertoire. Just pass it back to the goalkeeper. At the time, I was angry, but when I sat down and deep, I'm like, you done the right thing. Because if it's not within the realms of possibility, don't lose the ball.
I think he
Don't
learned
lose the ball.
because he learned because like
Just be yourself.
The realms of possibility.
Be yourself, bro. Thank you.
Kidding me?
because a couple of weeks before that game, Henderson tried a no-look pass for England.
What happened?
Hey, I just don't think a no-look pass is for the English. I just don't think. John
it's
Stones
not.
did that as well, isn't it? And he conceded against Southampton. I just don't think it's for them.
No-look pass. You need to be 3-0 up to be doing a no-look.
Are you Ronaldinho?
man?
Who in the hell do you think you are?
Bro, are you Joe Cole? Forget it.
To be fair to
Tap
Stones,
to Tamari
you tried give
to
it
do such a
Kompany.
thing.
You think that's a competent defender giving it to Company who had no idea what was going on. But
That's a
Liverpool, you lot are entertaining stuff. Like, do you know who you got on the weekend?
It's an easy team.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
With all due no, because apparently our next sort of contender is Man City in New Year's Day.
Oh, is it?
So
That's your next tough one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up until then. But you see, Peter.
Wow.
Hopefully, I hope my team proves me wrong. But you see, when I say we're not a title contender in my heart, that's not false modesty. That's not being a girl. That's not being me, a girl being on Instagram uploading a banging photo and being like, sorry guys, I hate it, and do the monkey face. This is born from 21 years of frustration and heartbreak. Because last season we were like 2 points behind Man United. Our 3 games were Watford, Newcastle, West Brom.
Yeah.
I expected 9 points at the worst 7. Guess how much we got? Guess how much we got in those 3 points? One for the 3 games. We got 1 for the 3 games. No, Liverpool. No,
They got pasted by Watford.
I'm telling you, you disappoint
them.
That's why. I want to get to at least. I want to get to at least 2016, and then I'll say title contenders. But for now, I'm saying 2017. For now, the top 4 is the aim. No, because Liverpool are more than capable of losing twice on the bounce. More than capable.
Just at a random.
Nice,
And you know what's mad?
More than capable.
We could be here in 2 weeks' time saying Liverpool 6 points adrift.
Easily.
Just like that.
Easily.
Just like that. I'm gonna say
And
United currently.
in the blink of the eye. That's why I'm being so humble. I'm being so humble.
For goodness sake.
I have to be humble. I have to be.
Let's move on to another team who scored 4 the weekend. Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake.
I'll pick for a team. 21 years of pain.
I can't do with Adrian, but I said though.
David's actually crying.
I'm seeing tears.
He's anticipating his eyes.
This is, I mean, he's praying.
It's no laughing better, bro.
But you know, watch Adrian, bro, you're a clown. I said that. But yeah, Man City 4, West Brom 0.
Thank you much for that, bro.
Mr. Sergio Kun Aguero just coming in, banging 2. Yeah, I think he also got an assist. Gundogan.
This is why Aguero doesn't leave my fantasy team.
Fair enough.
He's not even top
This is
5
why.
points in the fantasy team.
No, I know, but
he's not
you
even
can't
top
come out
5.
and have 2 goals and an assist just out of the blue like that.
Not for 13 million. I'm sorry. For 13 million, you better be scoring goals every week. There can't be a bad weekend
Okay.
for 13 mil.
Okay.
He's not even in the top 5 in the fantasy points. He's not even top 5 right now.
Yeah,
He's top 5.
I read it yesterday. Number 1
Costa,
is
Sanchez.
Sanchez,
He's not a striker,
Lukaku.
though.
Lukaku. No,
Oh, you
top
mean-
5
oh.
overall
Players.
points.
So for over.
Sanchez, and I think to be fair, I think because Sanchez is a midfielder on fantasy, they give him more points for goals. So it's like it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Sanchez, Lukaku, it was Costa, Coutinho, Hazard.
My guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Chelsea players in there.
Speaking of Coutinho, what, before we jump on City real quick, Coutinho,
Yeah.
anything to say on him? What do you think of him this season? Has he not been consistent?
No. This is the Coutinho I've wanted for about 3 years. Be hard every single week. Well, not every single week, but
No, why not?
well, be realistic. He's human. He's gonna have a bad game, but if you play 7 games, 6 of them be hot. You know
But don't
what I
get
mean?
me wrong. Even if he doesn't get in a goal or an assist, doesn't mean he wasn't hot. As in just a player that's
But yeah,
phenomenal.
that's what I'm saying. No,
Chance
because
creator.
chance
making
creator, something like that.
space.
Yeah.
no, but there's been times in his career where I haven't noticed him on the field until he gets
I'll
subbed.
never forget
subbed
that
off.
game. And I think 60th minute, I was like, "Rock, Coutinho's playing."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what.
I think it was United.
Because it's easy to shut him out.
Yeah, I want to eradicate that from his game.
Calm. Man City winning 4-0 away at West Brom.
Done, no.
Tony Pulis is not spoiling no party over there because
Trust me, bro.
Guardiola came with his thing.
No, do you know
and
it?
still
I'm not
murked.
gonna lie. I don't hate any human being in it.
Oi!
But Tony Pulis,
Bro, don't.
I don't hate him in it.
Come true,
but bro, he's close.
Come true, bro.
Why does he play football like this?
Come
Why
true.
does he persist with man like
Ernest.
Olsen, McLean, yeah? And the only reason I'm not in that on the edge of that hate zone is because of my boy Darren Fletcher, yeah?
Oi.
Because he was one of the United greats
Evans?
in my opinion. He can kick rocks.
Come on.
As far as I'm concerned.
Question though. Listen, I mean not question, but Pulis is at a glass ceiling club. There's no way he can implement
Bro,
any other
play
kind of football. At West Brom,
Play football.
Ernest, he
man.
doesn't know how. He
No,
does.
that's what I want. That's what I want to hear.
He doesn't know
He
how.
can't play football,
Yeah, he doesn't
bruv.
know how.
Why is Saido Berahino being imprisoned? Yeah, in flipping in a team. Man said he wanted to go to Tottenham. You lot said no. Play him.
that Barry
Play him.
situation. If there's one thing I was
Like, come on.
if there's like a dark cloud over that, it's just
Like,
it's that
play
situation.
the bread.
They could have made 20 million,
Oh,
25 million.
25.
off Berahino.
25
In his last year.
And I always say, who's more of the idiot? The team that bidded it or the one that rejected
Oh.
it? I don't know who
It's
was more
Pulis
fun.
because at least Tottenham or whoever, they would have an asset. Man would be a great asset, but they would have gained something.
You're 25 million richer.
But what
for
does
a man on his last
Pulis
season.
gain from keeping him?
He's got people like Jakob. It's just such a Pulis thing. It's just
How
such a
do
Pulis thing.
Jacob?
Dirty, nasty player.
That is nasty.
But he always starts.
He looks a bit like a shaven.
And he's
Nazi.
Argentinian. It's not like my man is like
Is he from
Eastern
Argentina?
It's not even Eastern European.
Wow.
My man is from.
He is the Argentinian Catamol, bro.
Meanwhile, though, Argentina are known, especially at the back, for horrible, rough players.
Ever
They've got rough players at the back. Don't get me wrong.
In my head right now is Mascherano.
Ooh,
Mascherano.
yeah, but
One of my favourite players, you know, he's sick.
it's not all doom and gloom then for Pep, is it?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
bro, it would have been.
I just know that he hasn't clocked the system yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't clocked
that was-
the English way of
You know, I was so happy that he hasn't, because I didn't like the fact that he just came in the Premier League, was winning games, and it was just easy for him. I'm like, this is not La Liga or the
It's not how
Bundesliga.
it's
It's
supposed
the
to be.
Premier League.
It's not supposed to be.
It's
Have
the
a
thing
tough
of
run.
converting
And he had
players
his longest run without winning games.
Ever.
ever,
Ever.
which is
So-
pretty good. 6 games,
Yeah.
and it's like,
And let's be honest, I think sometimes the awe and the fear of a team coming to your ground as big as City sometimes is the reason. I'm not saying it's the reason why West Brom lost, but sometimes, you know how United were back in the day, where you see man in the tunnel and you're just like, okay, we're losing today.
yeah, you've
And,
lost the
and
game.
you've
in
lost
the time.
before the game,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think it's the issue of City. Like, West Brom players are not stupid. They know who these players are.
Yeah.
They're good players. So I think on that note, I looked at like Gundogan's second goal and I thought, what, if that was a United player, he would have been clamped.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I think there was some sort of Pep Guardiola's there. I think
Too much respect.
Respect,
it was
yeah.
just a bag of respect given to Pep, and I think that what the media have made of Pep, I think a team like West Brom, couple years they'll suss them out.
There's a fear of Pep over the Premier League. Absolutely. And I mean fear of Pep as in...
I'm with you.
Like
I'm with you. He's
Like
got
awe
this
and respect.
messianic respect,
Yeah.
where it's like, bro, like, okay, cool, he's sick, but
Chop it down. Let's get rid of that.
that will come. That will come with when people realise that Kolarov is not a good defender.
I think
and Clichy's
it will
not a
have
good
to be
defender.
That's
a
my
big.
biggest-
I think it's gonna be a defeat, like a big defeat from a big
This
team.
is my biggest
like
gripe
if
with
Arsenal
Pep.
beat them or something.
My biggest gripe with Pep is that in Germany he could bring an Alaba, make him left back to centre back or left back to centre, like
Yeah.
a defensive mid. But he can't do that with these guys because the players he's got are not as good. And in Germany, this rotation thing, and even in Spain, you can get away with rotating teams like frantically. But what he's doing at Man City, it's like there are some times where teams are just now like, you want to rotate? This guy's not even match fit right now. We're gonna kill this situation.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no gimme in the Premier League.
yeah, there's none.
Who, do,
There's none.
do you know who Real Madrid are playing this week?
Laganas or whatever, yeah.
Who are they?
Yeah, and Madrid. I
Like,
think
no disrespect, but
Disrespect.
like
We
yeah.
mean disrespect.
Like you're not facing.
like, there's,
teams
no, there's no
like-
respect. Yeah,
in the
no.
Premier League.
That's
You're
what
not
I'm
facing
saying.
teams like that.
Manuel Pellegrini last season had more points at this stage, had scored more goals, conceded less goals. Is there something to freak about with Man City? Do you think
They won't freak about it because they love Pep too much.
they love him too much? He can do.
They
He
love
can
he
do no wrong.
Pep can do no wrong.
Because Pellegrini, he was dealt badly by that football club.
Yeah, he was dealt badly.
Badly.
He was dealt badly.
I think Pep is going to be. He's loved at City already.
Everyone's just like, oh, Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, he's kind of like yeah.
They just love
No,
him.
the only reason why they haven't erected a statue in his honour is because they haven't got planning permission. That's the only, that's the only reason why.
There's a Guardiola stand coming.
Oh, it's coming.
It's
coming.
coming.
Guardiola
Yes,
stand.
it's coming.
coming.
It's coming. All he has to do is win the league.
No Gallagher's 1 to 11 is full of post 2012 players.
Oh God, that is shocking.
What?
1 to
No,
11 on
on
Sky Sports.
on that
Yeah,
fantasy
they
thing.
had the, when you say your best players to play for your club. or
Ever
whatever.
since you've been
I saw
watching the
David
team.
Silva. I saw Vincent Company. He called him Vinny Company.
You
Company.
think
I was
there's be a
like,
Richard
bruh.
Dunn, someone that's been a loyal servant over the years.
Vassell.
Something. You know what I'm saying?
Son.
See what I'm saying?
Son,
So we're just doing the naughty.
Kiki Masampa.
Not even naughty.
I remember he scored a goal
I'm
against
talking
us.
post 2012, bro.
Like all the players.
Derek
Yeah.
Boyer.
Like imagine if you did your list of greatest Arsenal players ever, and all of
There's
them
some
came
oldies.
from
There's
the
some
past.
oldies.
Yeah, none of them were.
Wait,
from-
Paolo didn't make it. Paolo one shot.
Sean Go.
I'm not sure, but I think it's on YouTube.
I said
I
Sean
think it's on
Goes.
YouTube.
Sean Go. Paolo. Paolo.
Nicky
was
Weaver.
deadly. Oh, Nicky.
Nicky
I
Weaver.
like Nick.
Goalkeeper, safe hands, yeah?
All these
Right.
old school players. But yeah.
Flipping. Let's move on from Man City. They look like they could be back to winning ways. We'll see how they get on over the weekend and so on and so forth.
Who's not at winning ways right now?
Manchester United.
Manchester
0-0. Mate, what a world-class performance from him. Manchester United had 37 shots on goal. 12 of those were your boy Zlatan. 12 of those were from him. Was it an unbelievable performance by Heaton, or were Man United poor going at goal in the final third, let's say?
See, the thing is, I hate the cheesiness of it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But it is a bit
It's
of both. Like, it really is a bit of both. Like, I don't believe in world-class performances. like, you know how people are not world-class, and a man say, oh, that was a world-class performance, or he had a world-class game.
You can't get a 10 out of 10?
No, do you know what it is? I think it's because the phrase is thrown around so much. I hate when people give it, and they don't understand what it means. But Heaton, like, I got love for him because he used to play for us. I got a shout out to Heaton, man. Like, the save he made. First of all, can we applaud the Burnley players? And shout out to my boy Michael Keane as well.
Listen, 2 ex-United players.
There were 4 blue shirts in the box when Zlatan did that overhead kick. Yeah.
Oh my God.
There were bare man in the
What a
box.
save.
Apart from the save, there was like 5. I was like, yo, this is interesting.
Great save though.
Damn near broke his hands.
in the last 5 or 6 games, Manchester United have been toothless.
Toothless. How you gonna eat when you toothless?
How many goals have you scored in the last season?
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time Zlatan scored
Woo!
in the league?
got
I'm,
like
going,
6
I'm going
games.
with what? Southampton. Was it back then?
Nah,
Bournemouth.
After?
give him a bit of grace.
Oh, probably it's Leicester.
No, he didn't even score against
He didn't score against
He didn't
Leicester.
score against them. We scored 4 goals.
Zlatan. What was his last? What in the league?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I'm struggling, man.
Manchester City.
Oh yes, he did. Oh, that was a while ago. That was before the
Ah,
international break.
yeah.
That's September. Do you know what tomorrow's the first day of? November.
Woo!
We're in November.
We're literally
We're
in
in November.
Oh my God.
And I've always said, let me not say always, but the last couple of weeks I've been saying to people at my workplace, stop getting at Pogba because he costs 90 million. He's our highest chance creator. Yeah.
Oh, he put some good deliveries.
No, honestly,
on Saturday.
I think apart from the Chelsea game, what other game was he poor? Leicester, he was good. What other games?
Man, last time he scored was the 10th of September, bro.
Wow, not even late
It's gonna be 2
September.
months. Can I ask you why is he still starting?
Because Jose Mourinho loves the people he loves, and he will never drop the people he loves.
Mourinho said midweek, I can't play Carrick in the league every game because I have to manage him for his age. Because, you know, you can't manage it like he's a 35-year-old
What was
player.
I saying to Oscar
Zlatan.
before the pod started? I
Zlatan
said,
is
I said Carrick is 35, Zlatan's 35. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, someone please check for me now. How old is Bastian Schweinsteiger?
Is Carrick 35? Carrick's 35.
Carrick is a
32,
big
I think.
I'm
man.
surprised at that. I thought he was younger.
Carrick is a big man.
That's been about from
Schweinsteiger's young,
Yeah,
bro.
he's had a illustrious career.
Schweinsteiger,
From
correct me
West
if
Ham.
I'm wrong, is younger than the two of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And has only been incorporated into the team training now.
Does he look like he's older than them though?
But Schweinsteiger's got grace
Yeah.
for days.
He
There's
looks
something
good,
that he.
yeah.
No, he's got, and he's bigger, so he looks like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now we need to get him back conditioning into the team's training regime, and then we have to wait for match fitness, and then we have to wait for Mourinho to bring him back.
How much grace is there for Mourinho?
According to me or Manchester United?
Let's get both. So say
Me?
with you first
Man
of all.
is
Me,
32, bro.
me. So this is the thing. So we've established he's 32. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to repeat myself, but for me, Carlo was the man. Mourinho was not a bad number 2, but he wasn't my number 2 in terms of who I wanted. Like, you know, when you go to McD's and you're like, there's no more flipping big tasties, and the Big Mac is there, but you're not feeling a Big Mac, but
you're
you're
hungry.
But you're hungry.
But you're hungry.
So you wouldn't have it on a good day,
Yeah.
but you would eat it because it's food. So he
And
was
it's
the
a
big.
bummy day.
So he is a bummy day.
And Bobby.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll leave the shop, fam.
You'd leave.
No, but Mourinho's not a bad Big Mac.
No, I'll cop.
He's an annoying Big Mac.
Like, I don't like Big Macs, but I'll cop the Big Mac if I'm hungry.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Big Tasty's
So-
not in stock.
And I'm not even I should have used a Burger King analogy.
At least a chicken
I'm not
sandwich,
even
though.
I'm not even a big, what's it called, guy? McDonald's guy. But I look at Mourinho, and for me, fans are fickle. Yeah, football fans are fickle, and the reason I say this is because a lot of United fans have probably forgotten his first press conference. The guy said, notable bullet points.
Yes.
He said, "I want specialists in positions." Yeah. Why is Marcus Rashford in Anfield playing as right back? Someone please explain to me. Why is he defending as well as Valencia is, crossing the ball from deep? I expect Rashford to do to do the things we got excited about him for. It's middle centre forward. Yeah. Number who else is there? Sorry. He said Manchester United is a team that's not looking to make top 4 but to win the league title. We have lost 3 games in the Prem this season. Alex Ferguson said the famous words, if you want to win the league, you need to lose 4 games. That's it. We've lost 3 and it's not November yet. Yeah. One of them being Watford. Yeah. Now, on one side, I'm fuming. I am very angry at this team, yeah, because our midfield costs more than Chelsea's. Let that sink in. They won the league 2 years ago. If not last year, May. Yeah. Our midfield costs more than Chelsea's. So I expect things, yeah? Now, it's fickle for me to say I expect things, but, bro, you can't spend 90 on a boy and not know how to use him. I'm sorry. You cannot do that.
Crazy.
You cannot do that, yeah?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever, yeah? And then you've got Zlatan, who you favour so much from your days at Inter Milan. I remember reading a story on Twitter where a Man United fan pulled out an old bit of newspaper, and it was Mourinho saying to Alex Ferguson when he was at Inter Milan that the best players in the world, I think, were Ibrahimovic, Messi, and Ronaldinho. Were his 3 best players in world football. Ronaldo's not up there. This is the 2008-9 Ronaldo, Mourinho said. Yeah. So he loves Zlatan. We know he loves this bro. He's 35 years old and he's missed bare chances. If this was Mourinho of 2010, Zlatan's on the bench. But because he loves him so much, he's not going to play him. The game at Stamford Bridge, I saw Marshall come. I saw the camera on Marshall. I was like, oh, Rob, Marshall's in the squad. I didn't even know he was there. Why is he not starting against Chelsea? Like, bruv, what is it about this guy? He has his favourites. Mourinho has his players he plays, and he sticks with them, no matter what.
Does he look confused?
I think we're all confused, bro.
As in, but more importantly, him.
I think that we didn't have a great transfer window. I said this, and the United fans were looking at me like, you're not. A lot of United fans have told me I'm not a real United fan. Because I said our transfer window's not complete, yeah? Because we needed another centre back. I love Smalling, but Smalling, even last season, towards the end, he started this shirt pulling thing, and I was like, bro.
Left out of the squad.
Left out of the squad. Smalling's not going to see the light of day again.
Why was Blind?
What do you mean where was
the
Blind?
squad?
Of what?
No, so it was Blind and Rojo that played, isn't
Blind
it?
and Rojo
Sorry,
have
my
played
bad,
our last
my
two
bad.
games, League
Yeah.
Cup and Prem. So
Wow.
so Rojo for me
Rojo's
is
starting.
Rojo for me is another one that is gonna have a bad set of games and Mourinho's going to drop him. Then what? Because Bailey's not back till Boxing Day.
But then he goes
We've got
then he goes
Arsenal.
African Cup. of
We've
Nations.
got, some people are even saying, the conspiracy theorists are saying that he's probably got him out so he doesn't go to Cup of Nations. Yeah, I don't believe in that stuff. But Mourinho sometimes makes you think that he does that stuff. You see what I'm saying?
For which nation is it? Cameroon?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Sorry.
We've got Swansea next. That's the first thing. We've got Swansea next.
Home or away?
Grass is grass, boy. I genuinely don't care because we don't beat Swansea.
I think
That's
away
regularly.
from home, you're a better side than you are at Old Trafford at
Boy.
the minute.
The next game after that is what? Arsenal. I am not looking forward to that game.
I'm chomping at the bit.
Listen,
I'm not looking forward to Arsenal.
don't beat.
But the thing is, yeah,
And
Ernest, we will be here saying United won, Arsenal nil. Like, we will be back on the pod. And we know there's something
I don't.
like
They're saying that Old Trafford, bro.
whoa,
death,
Pete,
taxes.
what are you saying?
What?
Because
That's a
last
few
week,
things are probably
last
guarantees
week off the podcast, we
Yeah.
had a huge debate because I said I don't feel like Arsenal are going to
Yeah,
win
no.
this game.
I'm going it based on the fact that it's not based on form by any stretch of the imagination. Because on
Yeah.
form, Arsenal will slap Manchester United. However,
We go to Old Trafford again. No,
And the thing
I said based on history.
I'm not
I
even
can't say
going
Arsenal
there,
win.
and the thing is, like, Mourinho will not look to. You see, this is my issue with Mourinho. Yeah, is that he does. His first Old Trafford massive game was flipping Man City.
City.
He was. I know that game he was confused because he didn't know. Do I park the
He
bus
was the away
against
side.
City? Yeah, City were at home.
he was the away
City were at home.
side.
at Old Trafford, yeah.
Oh
So
my Lord.
does he park the bus or does he go forward at home? And does he look bad if he parks the bus in front of Bobby Charlton, Alex Ferguson, David Gill? Forget the United fans.
Yeah.
Like, and then everyone else that's actually watching him. Does he look bad in front of them? The guy decided,
Dennis Law.
I'm confused. Like, listen, Dennis Law, you know. So
No, but he hates Wenger so much. He will go all guns blazing.
But this is the thing. Marcos Rojo versus Alexis Sanchez. Valencia's out for 6 weeks. So Darmian,
is that why Valencia was in the squad?
Yeah.
Like an arm operation.
So Darmian
like,
is going
what?
to be facing either one of Walcott, Alexis, or Iwobi. I am not looking forward to that game. And then at left back, Luke Shaw. Shaw's
Chamberlain or Walker.
Shaw, no, it's not even who he's facing. I trust Shaw more than a lot of the fullbacks that I've seen this season. But Luke Shaw is still not. I don't know where it is, whether he's still thinking about not getting injured like he was last season in Champions League or what. And also Mourinho's comments. I think he's talking a bit too much. Whatever. So I don't know. I'm not confident this season. On the other side of that coin, United fans. Some United fans I've heard say people are overreacting because it's only October, and I'm with them on that because I feel like it's 8 points, and 8 points you can. It's either you're half glass full or half empty. We could easily convert these 8 points and be in the mix again.
Right, absolutely.
And we could easily flop again and be further back or be stagnant. But I'm not looking forward to the big games. I am not looking forward to the big games at all.
So the grace question, the grace period for Mourinho, in your opinion, for you, is it over?
It's done.
It's done. With the club then, with Man United, how long has he?
They'll give him a year.
They'll give him at least a year.
They'll give him a year. He said in his last press conference, and this is the thing, Manchester United fans, pay attention to the press conferences because Mourinho talks a lot, and he reveals exactly what he thinks a lot in press conferences.
Yeah, he does.
He said that teams like this are not built with one transfer window. So the implication is that you're going to buy again, and you're going to spend big again. Now, did United need a big overhaul? I don't think so. But sometimes lack of smart decisions, Fellaini's starting. Fellaini, for me, deserved no... no one deserved to cuss him first 3 games of the season.
Right.
But the issue with Fellaini is that he makes our game slower. You look at people like Schneiderlin, why he hasn't gotten a look in. I've seen Schneiderlin more in tracksuits than in kits. Then you look at Memphis Depay, you look at Timothy Fosu-Mensah.
Not serious.
Why can't these guys get a game? Why is Schweinsteiger not in the team photos?
I've seen a man playing tennis, watching his girlfriend play
honestly,
tennis.
I see him on Instagram, have a good day, guys, and I'm like, wow.
In fact, today was the first day I saw him at Man United gear.
Yeah. This is the
first day I saw
yeah,
Man
this is
United
the
game.
first time this season, because we were told in the beginning of this, before the season had kicked off, we were told Schweinsteiger is not part of the first team this year. And I was like,
That is,
bruv, what's going
that
on?
is just ridiculous.
And someone tweeted that they
What's
saw a
his beef
ghost.
with Schweinsteiger? Has he got some sort of beef there, or?
Mourinho has this thing about him that I don't understand. I genuinely think he's a crazy
Why
individual.
are you picking fights for? Unnecessary, bro.
Yeah, that's been his.
Why
the
does
thorn
he
on his
do
side.
that?
It's always been the thorn on his side.
Like, you're telling me Schweinsteiger couldn't have played midweek against Man City? You're telling me he couldn't have played against Feyenoord, Fenerbahce? You're telling me Timothy Fosu-Mensah couldn't have played? Schneiderlin? Memphis Depay? Come on, bro. We've got a squad. Use the squad, bro. Use your squad. Because Zlatan Ibrahimovic, yeah, as much as I'm cussing him, has played every game. I think except Feyenoord. He started in every game except Feyenoord. I'm looking at this guy like, you're 35 years old. You love this guy so much. Stop playing him on midweek. Play him on the weekends. Because the guy is old. I don't know sports science. Yeah?
Right.
But if you're playing Carrick once a week, why is he playing Thursday and then Sunday? Like, it's common sense. And I don't get it. And Mourinho has this thing where he expects...
Is our game on a Sunday when we face?
It's very likely that
Does that mean
it's
it
on
would've
a...
been after
No,
the
sorry,
European
12:30 Saturday.
Yeah.
12:30 Saturday.
Yeah.
12:30 Saturday.
I cannot wait to watch.
Do you
that
see what I'm
game.
saying?
And Twitter's going to be a wonderful.
So it's the week after the international break.
Oh, for goodness sake!
what?
There's
There's a
another
break?
Internationals, yeah.
Oh.
After this weekend, I think there's a break.
How are we on our third international break before December?
genuinely
You don't want to hear my thoughts
devastated.
about the international break.
I'm genuinely devastated.
No,
How can
you-
there be another break?
It doesn't make
You
any
know, it's
sense.
worse when you're on 4 minutes and then
Yeah,
the break just comes
one
in.
form.
I hate
It doesn't make any sense why there's international football during the season. It doesn't make sense because if you finish the league early, you have ample time to have international break games. You have.
Yeah, but you can't do qualifiers.
If you knew you were going to get last season's Mourinho, would United, if United knew, let's say, would they have still appointed him as the Manchester United manager?
Say that again.
If they knew they were going to get the same Mourinho last season, that Chelsea Mourinho last season, you copy and paste it to now. If you're going to get that man,
Yes and no, because the conundrum that everyone has with Mourinho is that it's a skewed understanding. Is it the guy who caused Chelsea to have the problems? Yes and no. Is it the players that caused the manager to have the problems? Yes. It's not a no. Those players decided to not play for the manager, but he can't not hold a bit of that blame.
absolutely, he's
Because like he's an abrasive man.
Yeah.
A Mourinho will rub you the wrong way and he won't even mean it.
Yeah.
Because he's just like that. Like he likes to piss people off because you're talking about the Liverpool game and then he has a sly dig at Liverpool that they're not the last wonder of the world as everyone has said.
Yeah.
Just take the game gracefully and say we came away with a point. Let's go
Happy
home.
next
You
game.
don't have to do that. Like he doesn't have to talk like that. Close your mouth.
Let me play
Like-
devil's advocate then. Are the players letting him down?
If you sign a centre back and you sign a right back and you sign a right winger, half of our problems are over with.
But with the current squad, Burnley at home,
You beat Burnley.
as in with before those signings,
You beat
as in
Burnley.
you still beat Burnley.
Marshall would have finished
So
that.
did they let him?
And
down?
I'm not saying that because maybe it sounds like I'm hurt,
Yeah.
but Marshall would have finished that.
Which
The
one?
ball that Pogba gives to Zlatan,
Yeah.
far post,
There was one when I
you
thought-
finished that.
No, it was harder to miss than score.
Yeah, it's
It was harder to
hide
miss.
assist. He just didn't
Like,
hide the assist.
and this is my other issue. Pogba is being denied the praise that he deserves because people ain't finishing. And it makes him look bad because he costs money.
Bro, that's the Ozil problem we had first season.
And that's why I'm
First
not see a lot of football fans, obviously people are gonna text me and tweet me and say Pogba costs 90 million, what are you not doing? I get it, I'll probably do the same thing. But
90 mil, no assist.
90 million no assist. But
Yeah.
but it's like, bro, if a man's doing his job and you're not doing it, I don't know if you remember my the early pods we did. I said a number 10 is only as good to some degree as the striker.
Absolutely.
Because if a man's not finishing what your delivery, like it's
what
not.
more can you do?
Then what more can you do? Like you
more can
can't
you
do
do?
anything. Do you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're
So-
holding up your end of the bargain.
You mentioned
Yeah.
someone earlier, Free Mickey. What the heck is going on with Mickey?
So this
Terry?
is another thing that you have to listen to Mourinho's press conferences. He said that he gave an example of Willian in his first season at Chelsea, he said Willian had to be conditioned into the style of play he had to acquire to be a Premier League player.
He killed it.
Now, I get it.
Killed his
Now,
flair.
we'll get to that.
Ripped out.
Now, I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Because I think that because of what he requires of his flair players, he feels like they can't be flamboyant and just wasteful in the way they keep the ball. So he likes them to have flair, but also have the defensive attributes and acumen that he wants.
Yeah.
And I get that. I don't like it, but I understand what he's trying to say. Personally, I don't think the German player of the year needs to have that. If he loses the ball, get a better right back to clean it up, because he needs to do his job, and create chances. I don't care if he loses the ball as much as you want him to, because like I've always said, people thought I was playing, Willian has now turned into a right back. The guy is a right back. Willian at Shakhtar was a serious player.
A serious number 10.
Honestly. And you look at him now at Chelsea and you're like, wow, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, this is a flair player. So, for me, I've always said Mourinho can kill off flair. And the other side is, like, you have his Real Madrid season where he was just ill. Like, his attacking players were serious. You look at Hazard's season. You look at Eto'o under Mourinho. Like, he's had some great attacking players.
Sure.
But at the same time, some of them get the joy is drained out of them because you work too hard. And sometimes they enjoy football, man. That's why I have to rate Conte. And like, people are enjoying their football at Chelsea. And as fans, you want to see that.
Do you know what?
You
What's
want to
also
see
funny, going back to the Mourinho thing and the flair. Like, one person I watched a documentary on Sky Sports was Joe Cole.
Oh, stop it.
And no, but the thing is, he says in the documentary he loves Mourinho and the fact that he came under Mourinho. Mourinho got the squad playing together. He won many trophies under Mourinho, and he talks like Mourinho was his best manager ever. But the Joe Cole at West Ham, we never really saw that at Chelsea.
Yeah.
We saw a great player, but he definitely changed.
Joe
definitely
Cole,
wasn't as
Joe Cole was the most underrated Englishman, I think, of my generation. I've never seen a player, be so sick and be like, he's not that he was unappreciated, but I don't think people saw what he did. Like, Joe Cole was a sick player, and the fact that he was a Chelsea player was even like, you got Jose Mourinho, you think is match made in heaven, and he ended up being an outcast after a while. It's like, why?
Well, no, it was injuries that kind of messed his season.
As well as that,
But
yeah.
he never got to express his creativity as much. He got goals and he got assists, but I don't think he was he used to do step overs all the time at West Ham.
was
He used to
ill.
trick in and out of players. He was like, it was very.
But Mourinho doesn't like that flash stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't
Like,
enjoy
He
it.
doesn't like it because he likes to keep the ball.
Herrera red card harsh or
Clattenburg, man. I think the
Slipped,
day he
innit?
changes that trim, I think he'll think that.
do you
Yeah,
think
Clattenburg's
he didn't
trim,
acknowledge
nice,
the slip, or do you think he saw it and still thought no red?
I don't think he saw it. I think he looked at the attempt and he thought, okay, that's a yellow.
Yeah.
And he gave it, but it's a slip. I hope United contest for it.
Yeah.
I don't think
really
he can
hope-
because
Nah,
it's 2
you can't.
yellows.
Is it 2 yellows?
Yeah.
Wow.
One game ban.
So he's. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay without
What a
Herrera.
garbage rule.
What's
You
the-
can't contest it because it's 2 yellows. So if it was a straight red, you can contest it.
Yeah, it's just silly, man.
I guess it's because it's
Silly.
contesting for a
'Cause you
one
can't
match
contest-
back.
'cause then you can't contest yellow cards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like Costa's on a 4-match ban. If he gets a yellow card, he's banned for the next game. We're not going to contest every yellow. That's just long.
Last point before we were talking about De Gea against Chelsea.
Yeah.
I was upset with De Gea, but not as much as I was with Smalling.
Yeah.
Because I think Smalling.
Bruv, deal with that, bruv.
No. But you do have to understand, like, if the hair doesn't rush out, Pedro's got a lot more work.
No,
He doesn't score.
No, but
Yeah,
no. But the thing is this, is that I think the bigger problem is that this is my issue, my theory. De Gea knows Smalling is going to miss that.
Mad thing.
That's my theory. De Gea doesn't do that. Every one of us in this room knows how sick De Gea is. De Gea doesn't come out. I've seen him make 2 big mistakes this season. The parry against Stoke when Joe Allen gets the ball. The two centre backs follow him, and the left back. I think Luke Shaw was with them as well. And so there's 3 guys out of the box already.
No, in the 6 yard.
In the 6-yard box, and the goal is gaping open, and I'm like, Joe Allen scored against us, and it's because I feel like he's got into that point where he doesn't trust his centre backs anymore, or Smalling specifically.
Does he deserve to be out of the team?
Who?
Smalling. When you look at your...
You see, this is the thing. I've always said I wish I could put Blind's brain in Smalling's head, Because Smalling is one of those guys, I think even when he's 30, he's going to need someone who's smarter than him. I'm sorry, like, I love Smalling.
Because he's a big man now, you know.
He's 25, 26 now, but I feel like
kid no
Smalling has always, you know, like in my head, I've always agreed with people slightly about Smalling, but I've always said, you know what, his performances are outweighing the mistake. Yeah. So I look at him and I'm like, I know why people are cussing you, but I still think you're dope. It's because I can never forget his first Manchester derby. Like, he had Tevez in his pocket, and I was like, who is this Brit? And everyone was cussing him from Maidstone to Fulham to United, and I was like, who's this guy?
Right.
But I think the mistake at Stamford Bridge was De Gea knows Smalling's not going to read that well, and that's my issue.
That's a worry.
Because under Van Gaal, we were boring, but we were organised. I'll give Van Gaal that one thing. We were very organised under him.
Just because it go the other way and score, bro.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Sean Dyche as well. He had a very organised team, but United still had a lot
peppered them, bro.
of firepower. Yeah, there was a lot.
Should have been a goal, bro.
Another team that's struggling to score goals, Tottenham Hotspur, drawing 1-1 at home to Leicester, 22 shots on goal.
No Harry Kane, bro.
Is it the same old story we're saying every week?
I don't think that's the issue.
It's not the issue?
I don't think that's
What do
the
you think the issue is?
I think the issue is that, number one, they're learning what it means to play on Wednesday nights. And I think the second thing is Pochettino has a hole in the system. They don't have wingers.
Still.
They don't have wingers.
It's like...
Danny Rose, shout out to Danny Rose, because I cuss him. But the last 2 seasons, this season and last season, Pochettino has proven that a good coach can get the best out of, not anyone, but bare man. But Danny Rose and Kyle Walker cannot do this job every game.
Right.
It's difficult. Lamella costs 30 million.
Wow.
Ericsson from Ajax, I have not seen in the Prem.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen him.
The Ajax area.
I've not seen him. Son, I think, had a patchy season last year, and he's had 5-6 goals, but we might forget him in February.
Yeah,
and he might never come back again.
Definitely true.
Tottenham don't have wings. They've got Nkudu, but again, another guy I haven't seen enough of. I think Pochettino is a reborn Mourinho. I think he requires the work rate of his midfielders so much that it can cause them to not play as well as... I think Dele Alli's a dope player, but I don't think he's going to be as sick as he could be if, say, Wenger was coaching this Tottenham team.
Could it be that he can't identify wingers? Because when you look at the market, you think, okay, cool, let's see if you're Spurs. You're looking at maybe 2 wingers. Where do you even begin?
France. Go to France. You go to Germany. You grab some of Schalke's boys. You grab some of these Leipzig boys.
By the way, Bentaleb scoring some goals out there in Schalke. But anyway, move on.
And he was an outcast under Pochettino.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
never understood that because when he first came in, he was sick.
Yeah,
he
but
put in shit.
Pochettino, that's what I'm saying.
Mason.
Pochettino wants work rate. He wants you. Look at how they harried Man City. That's why they beat them. That's why Arsene Wenger struggles against Pochettino at Tottenham. Like, even when they win, it's like they work.
Now, we struggle against teams that are just
They
ethic.
work.
Because if you remember when Poch first come into Spurs,
Yeah.
they weren't getting that pressing right.
Yeah.
And like those bare
But the
holes.
players were getting
And
fit
the Lloris sweeping
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that.
after a while,
Yeah.
players started
Then when they
doing
got
it.
used to it,
Exactly.
now like you can't play it.
He had
It's
some
hard.
overweight players, according to him, in his
Yeah.
side.
Was it
Yeah.
like Huddleston? I mean,
Like, just no, but like they were fit players, but it's just according to what he wants.
He
from
wanted,
them.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I think even Pep said that as well.
Yeah, have you seen Fernandinho? I watched interviews of these guys because I heard through the grapevine that they don't do gym at City now since Pep's come in.
Huh?
I don't know how true that is, but I heard from
just
like
cardio.
they don't do gym.
LOL.
So I looked at
I don't think
David
there's no need
Silva.
for it.
I looked at in the Prem.
You need to beef up.
Bro,
You need
In
to
the
beef up.
in the
I
hey,
don't know, yo.
Look at Ozil.
Welbeck.
Look at Ozil. Look at Welbeck. Look at certain man.
His growth was
Certain
incredible.
man- yeah, Welbeck. Remember Welbeck
have
of
to get
United
big.
to Welbeck now. Like in terms of stature, yeah.
And then you look at I saw David Silva. I think one of their first games. I was like, David Silva's lost weight.
No, but it depends
Yeah.
on the way he plays, because obviously he wants to.
David Silva's never been chubby, but he was skinny. I looked at this guy like, but then I looked at the United game and he was taking the ball off Valencia. Valencia's a house.
Versus an athlete.
Valencia's he's a big man.
Make no
You
sense.
see what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on at City, and I hope I'm wrong because that's bizarre if they don't do anything. But
But yeah.
Because
Spurs,
he's
anyway.
thinking about them injuries, bro. Like all that
Who?
Guardiola, bro.
Who knows? But you're saying Poch reborn Mourinho.
I do. I think that the work rate. I don't think it's bad. I just wonder if it will get results because you even look at Harry Kane. Question marks on him even when he's fit is because he has that Rooney thing where he doesn't like staying in the middle.
Number 9.
He likes to score from his house,
Yeah.
and it's like,
That's a score
From his house.
and it's like,
the back garden.
and it's like, it's like one day Harry Kane's gonna get found out, and I will not be surprised when that day comes because it's easy to defend against these guys. The issue with them is that they've got so many guys that move.
Yeah.
You can't get hold of just one guy and say I'm gonna mark him for it because if you stop Eriksen, Kyle Walker's coming from behind him.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So with this no winger situation without Kane, do they stand a chance against Arsenal?
Not for me. I think it will be a 1-2-0. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get banged.
No.
They conceded the least goals in the Prem.
Yeah, they haven't lost.
Yeah,
There's a reason
they
for that.
haven't lost the game as well. So
There's
I
a reason for
don't
I've
think- I
only
don't think-
conceded once in open play this season.
Yeah, and that was the last game, the Leicester game. So
I hope it goes well for Janssen. There's something about him that I like.
I like
Yeah.
Janssen.
There's something about him that I like.
I'm
But
not-
that
I
number
don't
9
mind
shirt
that,
we said
yeah.
already is cursed. So we'll see what happens in future times. Everton 2-0 winners against West Ham. We can just breeze through a few of these fixtures. Everton back to winning ways. They haven't won in a couple games, but this win was highly important.
Yeah,
Lukaku on form. He's on form this
Shout
season.
out to Lukaku.
Goal
and
and
an
an
assist.
assist. He's on form.
Have you seen his stats?
Go on.
It's crazy.
I think he's. I think that was his not only his 50th Everton goal, but I think that was also his 100th career league goal.
Career league.
yeah.
It's funny. Sanchez scored his 50th Premier League goal.
Yeah, I read
Sanchez's
that
record is.
stat, yeah.
Speaking of Sanchez, you know what we never spoke about? I think the whole Ballon d'Or snub.
Because I'm hurt by it.
I don't know.
I can't even bring it up.
It's just-
Ozil and Sanchez not being in that, and 3 Man City players made the Ballon d'Or
What, do
shortlist.
you like
3.
the Ballon d'Or? Like, does the shortlist even matter? Like when
No,
it
I mean,
when it
it's
comes
just-
down to it, it's just 3 names.
I
at the
know,
end of
but
it.
It's a bit like the
But it
Oscars.
shows you. But it shows you
Pretentious
already.
It
Like
was a world league.
it just shows you where they stand from, where they're standing from. You know what I'm saying? Like Vardy, I wouldn't even argue being in there. I wouldn't argue people like Kane being in there.
No, but I think they factor
But-
in stuff like winning the league. So with Vardy, he won.
Vardy shouldn't be in there.
No, but I
In
think
the
the fact that he
shortlist,
won
I
the
get it,
league,
though.
he,
I get it.
For the year.
yeah,
I get it for the year, just for
For
the
the
year.
year.
2016?
But that's, and it's,
No, but it's counting
that's
next-
the other problem. That's the other problem.
2016?
That's the other problem is that it should be counting season by
The
season.
guy was player of the competition at the Copa America.
Twice,
I know,
2 years
I-
running.
I-
Why should
2 years
Vardy
running.
be there? Because what?
Vardy didn't even win Player of the Year.
We're
didn't
saying that Ronaldo is going to walk with the Ballon d'Or this year because Portugal won the European
And
Championship.
he won the
The
Champions League.
equivalent of that in South America
Like-
is the Copa America.
like
He won it
what?
2 years back to back.
No, can we be objective?
He gets goals and assists, double
Man,
figures
we're talking
every
about
season.
FIFA, bruv. Come on, bruv.
yeah. Who are these powers? Like, what gives them the right or the jurisdiction? No, honestly,
about-
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Why
I
are
think
we
it's
giving it
votes.
so much?
No, I think it's votes.
Say,
I think
why are
people
we
out there
giving
just
it?
voting.
no, but the shortlist
Like-
in the first place, like, how does that come about? Like, who formulates it? That's my question.
I don't know.
If it's statisticians or whatever they're called, then
Yeah, it's
then,
UEFA.
then I'm with that. But if it's just a man's
Opinion.
bringing out names from the sky, then I disagree. But I'm with Oscar. I think we give a lot of these award ceremonies a bit too much power, and that's why we're hurt by them.
Yeah.
But I couldn't care less sometimes. But I look at them, I'm like, you're supposed to be the biggest institution
Yeah.
of what football should look like. And if Sanchez ain't there by your standards, I'm not with that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Middlesbrough 2, Bournemouth 0. Now, if we're talking about that Sunderland situation, here's another reason why they're down. I think they're 8 points adrift from 19th place because Borough won against Bournemouth. I think they are 8 points
Nah,
adrift
that can't
now.
be right. So
Because
you're
there
telling
were
me
five
Borough
before-
have 10
there-
points?
There were 5 before the game started, before the weekend. There were 5 points from 19th. before the game.
Borough
So then how could they be? How could they be 10 points?
I
in
said
one?
8.
Oh, 8. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's another reason. You cannot be 8 points adrift.
At this point,
At this point, from 19th, not from 17th.
November, 1st of November.
We are about a quarter of the season done.
No.
So it's-
Watford 1, Hull 0. Hull's another one that's
Hull
gone.
going
They're gone,
down,
guys.
they're gone.
I'm sorry, Mr. Phelan. I'm very sorry.
I told you
Big
shouldn't
Mike.
take that job, bro.
Big Mike. I mean, 2020, hindsight is always 2020.
Bruv, I said this, bro.
He said it before the hindsight. Still,
He said it before the hindsight. But yeah, it looks doom and gloom. Goal of the week.
we got contenders. We got a lot of contenders.
I've given it to
there are.
Aguero,
We've got
bro.
Sergio Kun Aguero.
Gaston.
Which goal?
The second one.
We've got
Oh yeah.
Gaston
We've got
Ramirez.
Gaston Ramirez.
Gaston Ramirez.
We've got Diego Costa.
Ooh,
We've
yeah.
got
Zlatan.
All 12 of them.
I almost said
You know,
yeah.
you know when you quickly scan your brain for like. Who else?
Yeah,
I think we've got our names, isn't it?
Liverpool, did you have anyone in there? Coutinho, did he score?
Well, we should
Two
note that we
corners.
are recording this.
Firmino.
Firmino.
We should note.
Nice little dink. Yeah.
We should note we are recording this like before seeing Swansea versus Stoke. So
close.
Joe Allen is probably gonna have a
damn.
banger that we're gonna miss, guys. Unfortunately,
It's 1-1 currently. I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. But
And
yeah,
according to Henry Winter, it should be 3-0 Stoke.
gosh,
It's been a crazy
it's one
game.
of them games, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your verdict on Oscar's vote.
Gaston Ramirez.
Gaston Ramirez.
Bro, if this goal was scored to win the FA Cup, we'll be playing it in 60 years. Gaston Ramirez.
Yeah.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
way you
No, you're
ran
right.
and that composure at the end.
Yeah.
Bro,
You're right.
The
goal in
composure
3
was
years.
real, innit?
Wow.
Yeah.
First goal in 3 years. Can you imagine that?
You're right.
That's
Man, like
bizarre.
Ozzy Ardiles and all that, man. They scored them sick
David,
goals from
goal of the
50
week.
years
in the
ago.
black and white.
I'll give it to Gaston, whatever his name is. Gaston.
Ernest?
I give it to Gaston.
Gaston. Let's go with Gaston.
Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, I wasn't watching the football 3 o'clock, obviously, because it's not on TV. But yeah, I saw a tweet said Aguero's just about scored goal of the season.
Yeah.
And he didn't even get goal of the week.
He didn't get goal of the week, man. Whoever that was, calm it down.
No, because Aguero's goal was nice.
It was
man.
nice, yeah.
Goal
When I saw it, I was
of the
like,
season.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So I thought, okay, when
heck?
I was watching Match of the Day, I'm like, okay, I'm here to see one of the sickest goals. It didn't materialise.
Team of the week.
Yep. No,
There's a
I
couple
say
teams,
City.
there's a couple teams that scored 4.
City. I mean, there's a few teams that scored 4.
4-0 away, comfy.
Can't
4-0 away at
can't
West Brom.
Uh,
I would have said just for the style of play Arsenal at Sunderland, 'cause they were awesome. Like it wasn't like, oh yeah, we won at Sunderland. We were awesome when we played.
At the worst team in the league.
People like Chelsea away win.
Yeah.
Southampton, not easy to go.
Yeah, it's not an easy place to go to. Burnley getting a point at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I was gonna say Burnley.
Borough beating Bournemouth. Borough have been on a bit of a nice run, not neat and tidy,
What, 4 out of 6 now, is it?
something like that. Yeah, so
It's decent, it's
you know,
alright.
it's all right. You know what I mean?
Oh, Leicester got their first point in ages.
I will be honest. I think I want to give it to Burnley. You know?
I don't necessarily. I can't believe we didn't put Heaton in there. Wait, for Player of the Week. Who did we give Player of the Week to?
We haven't done player.
Oh, we haven't done. Oh, Heaton.
That's it.
Yeah, because I'll give it to Heaton as a Player of the Week, but not Burnley as a team.
Yeah,
Burnley
Burnley,
came to Old Trafford,
By the
837
way-
shots and didn't concede.
Yeah, but that's Heaton though, isn't
Then
it?
that's
No,
Heaton,
to-
innit?
no, to be
Why?
fair-
Because they're conceding shots.
Yeah.
yeah,
Their
they're conceding
shots,
shots.
like-
Because if Zlatan's putting it away, what are we saying then?
It could have been 4-0. It could have been 4-0 in that game.
Very, very easily.
4?
Like goals change games. You know,
4?
It could have been 4-0.
He had 12 shots.
I hear that.
4?
6. Okay, 6.
You're mad.
Everyone's liking to this one. Everyone's liking to this one.
Listen. Oh, man.
Anyone there? No. Oh, is it between Chelsea, Arsenal, and City?
I'm going to see. They're away
Yeah,
from home.
yeah.
Yeah, City.
They're away from home.
4-0,
I'm on
man.
4-0.
see.
Shout out to Gundogan.
City. Oh man, I want to go to Arsenal. But anyway, Man City get Team of the Week.
Sorry,
Player of
mate.
the Week. Barcelona.
Eden Hazard.
Yeah, all right. Alexis Sanchez must have something to say about that. Okay. Go for it, Adrian.
Heaton.
Heaton. David. Ernest.
Alexis was hard.
How about Olivier? First 2 touches, 2 goals. Man, Olivier.
Nah,
bro.
but you know what, Heaton.
On Twitter, yeah.
Heaton said Zlatan almost broke my arm.
No, honestly.
So I have to give it to Heaton.
Man was rolling around on the floor after he made the save.
One guy.
Aguero should be in the shout as well. Same with
Yeah, Aguero. Good
Gundogan.
one. Good
I,
one.
you know, I think it's because a lot of these guys we already have high expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heaton came to Old Trafford, his old stomping ground.
Well, we got me
Inside.
8 points in the fantasy. It's like
Trust
scoring
me.
a goal.
8
and an
points.
assist.
And his goalkeeper. I don't think any of my
Got
goalkeepers
me
have ever
eight.
got me 8
11,
points.
I'll say.
Is it 11 for bonus? Jesus.
He got 11.
And what did Stekelenburg get 1 week? Was it 17?
What's that?
That Man City against Man City.
Wait, what? No.
No, it was when
Saved
Stekelenburg.
2 penalties.
No, Stekelenburg was in double.
he
Was
saved two
in double
penalties, yeah. He
figures.
saved 2 penalties.
Bare saves.
He made bare saves.
Do you know the worst thing? He conceded, so that would have been plus another 6.
And then you know what his performance at Burnley was the following week? Shocking. Conceded 2 awful goals. But
Yeah, man. Heaton.
Nah, that's like an Everton goal winner's fault. That rebound that came off the
on
post.
Twitter, yeah, they will say, you know when Giroud scored his second, this guy was like, you sexy, and then BAS. Yeah? I was dying. He's like, Giroud, you effing sexy. I was like, yeah. I started laughing. Like,
I was 20 goals are still on here, Pete.
bro, it can happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a long season. If I was looking at average 3 goals a game, Giroud's going to be on that scoreline. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know who to give it to, man. I think Heaton is there, but I'll be Heaton because of the expectation that you want about. Yeah. So player of the week is Heaton. Who's not that guy this week?
I already got it, man. I've lined it up.
You've got it lined.
He's got it lined up.
I can see my Wikipedia.
I got the wiki, bro.
You got the wiki.
This gentleman, yeah.
This gentleman
was born on the 3rd of October,
Man.
1981.
Man.
Where could we be going?
1981.
He was born in Malmö, Sweden.
Man.
Sweden. He was famous for telling Arsene Wenger he doesn't do trials.
Oh yeah, how did I forget that one?
But he's gone on to have a good career. He's won leagues in Netherlands, Holland, Syria, Italy, Spain, France.
Everywhere.
Manchester United had how many shots was it on goal?
37.
37.
12 of them were from him.
And 12 of them were from him.
11 on target. You know, 11 shots on target.
It's not
You're not that guy.
Sort it out, bro. Sort it out, blood.
Real life.
Hasn't scored a goal since September.
10th of September, blood.
Oh my god. By the way, who's your number 9 for Manchester United if you're the manager next week? Who starts number 9?
I would have said Marshall,
Yeah.
but he's injured.
Oh, Tony Marshall. So what?
So
Marcus.
I'll give it to Marcus.
Man like Marcus. All right.
I give it
Fixtures
to
next
His
week.
birthday today, you know, 19.
Shout out to Marcus.
19!
Only 19.
19!
Big up Marcus.
Oh, what a
Future
legend.
number 9.
I just want to
What a
give you the heads up. This weekend's match of the day on Saturday is going to be god awful. I'll tell you why. There are there are 5 fixtures on Sunday. Big games as well. Anyway, let's start it off. There's no 12:30 kickoff. So Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. We're gonna go Bournemouth at home to Sunderland. Both teams need the win. After the Bournemouth weekend that they had, both teams need a win. Oscar.
Bournemouth at home to Sunderland. Sunderland win, guys. Let's have it, boys. Rejuvenation.
Yeah, Sunderland. I mean, if they don't win this game, I don't know where they're gonna.
Yeah. Guys, can I ask you something? Do you guys smoke?
No.
What are you talking about then? About Sunderland away win at Bournemouth? What are you lot on?
What's so good about Bournemouth?
What's so good about Sunderland?
But what are Bournemouth doing though?
No, Sunderland can nick a goal or two.
You lot are trying to hurt my feelings. Yeah?
Bournemouth just lost to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, what's your point? Do you know where Bournemouth are in the league? Clear from Sunderland. 10 points clear from Sunderland.
True.
I'll keep it moving.
True. But who?
David, go for it, man.
Bournemouth,
Guys get me
bro.
mad.
Bournemouth,
Ernest.
B-mouth.
Be mouth indeed.
So you just think Sunderland are never going to win a game for the rest of the season?
So, they're done. No,
how many times have you
That's
done
done.
that?
That's how
They have to win somewhere. They have to win somewhere.
Win where?
I don't know why it's hard for you to believe that they're dead.
For flip's sake, I said they're done. I said they're finished.
That's
Grass is 11 against 11.
Do you know what I mean? Anyone can beat anyone on
Hey,
any
you
given
man
Sunday.
jokers, bro.
And I feel like-
nah.
I don't know why you want us
mad,
to
bro.
convince
Why?
you
Why
that
not doing
they're
this?
dead.
No.
Why are you not doing
I
that?
will come back on this podcast next week, yeah? And if Sunderland have lost, I'll hold my hands up.
You know what's happening?
Derby County beat Newcastle 1-0.
You know after the break, they got Hull at home. I guarantee you they won't win that. Hull at home. They won't win that.
I can see Hull beating them more than I can see Bournemouth beating them.
Oh, swear down. Then Liverpool away. All right then. Goodbye, Sunderland. You're gone. You're finished. We'll be in December by the time we're going to be talking about them again.
Mad.
For flip's sake. How dare you lot? How dare you? I'm already mad. Burnley at home to Crystal Palace. I know. Yeah, it's a thigh rubber.
Yeah, because Palace have been dead lately, innit? It's hard.
Pardiola, not bro.
You're not party anymore.
You're not party.
Do you know what, yeah? I'll go for a Burnley win.
Of course you would.
At
Good home record.
Yeah.
Very good home record. They beat Everton. They beat Liverpool. They should have beaten Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? They're tidy. Adrian.
Burnley at home.
Burnley at home. David.
Burnley.
Burnley.
I think Palace will win, you know.
Palace could nick.
Palace will win.
I'm going with a Burnley home
I
win.
think it will be like a Benteke header that he can't save.
They're just too damn organised, though, Burnley.
And do you know what, it's gonna be hard for
Is Stephen Defoe going to be back? Sorry to cut you off.
I'm not sure. I can't put money on
It's
it.
gonna be hard for Palace to get goals, yeah, because even if they try and put the heat on, They will be stopped by Tom Heaton.
Why did you finish that? You should have just left it there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Cliff hanging.
I got another one coming. No, it's not.
Man City at home to Middlesbrough.
Oh.
Is it a case of how many?
Whoa.
Is it a case of how many?
Peter, do you know what's the case of?
Is it a case of what? What is it?
Aguero's coming back in.
Captain!
Is it Joey?
Aguero's coming back
Is it
in.
I swear, if it's like 7-0 and we come back on the point, Aguero 4.
I tell you what.
No,
Honestly,
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Do you know I feel to do it like? I have to
And the thing is, do you know what would be funny? Yeah, is that someone will still be top.
Would you?
Right on, mate.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter.
Like it will change all our fortunes, and it won't change anything at all.
You see, Pep.
right now, I'm not having Aguero for the rest of the season. I had him 1 week.
Nah, it's pride,
I took him out. It's pride, but the money's too high. It's too high.
No. When you take him out,
If I put 30
3
million in the account, it does not mean I can afford him. That's simply it.
But
It's too much money.
You're gonna lose better points if you bring Aguero in.
That's to stop your wild cards.
I actually might not do it, you know.
You're thinking about
No,
it.
because you know there's other games to come.
What, like a whole home?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh my god.
There's gonna be games where Aguero's gonna be needed, and I don't think today's. The thing is, because you have to consider the transfer points that you're gonna lose. Yeah.
I factored it in already, bro. It's worth.
All I'm saying is, for Arsenal
worth
fans,
it.
if you want to see Sanchez do some dirt, Stoke at home. I'm telling you that right now, because his record against Stoke is phenomenal for someone that's been there a short time. Anyway, Oscar, City at home to Borough.
Oh, we're still doing this.
Is it full house? Can we skip this one? Is it full house?
I would have Robin say last week.
The algorithms.
No, about the clock. About don't set your alarm.
Oh, that was better. Wait, did he say that about Burnley?
He said that about Sunderland. He said that about Sunderland. Arsenal.
okay,
Because you have to have an alarm.
Yeah,
It's an
Sunderland.
early kickoff. That's very early.
Set it around.
So it's full house, yes? No, that's not. The Grado, please.
No
come
debate.
on.
Oh, he's dead.
Negredo has an assist.
I think he gets no service.
Negredo is dead.
I think he gets no service.
Negredo is dead.
Alright, fair
Bridge.
Man, it's when the ball's put on his head.
Did you see Adama Traore give him that?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, but he got the assist.
Traore and Kolarov though. Or Clichy.
Ooh. You're thinking sticky fingers.
No, it's not sticky. It's not sticky.
West Ham at home to Stoke.
Another dead game.
Oh dear.
West Ham.
West Ham. Oscar, what you saying?
West Ham.
West at home, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that Saturday game?
Saturday,
3
3
o'clock. Oh, nice. Yeah, West Ham.
And according to what I've just read, Shaqiri's injured.
Ooh.
Oh,
Adrian.
Yeah, West Ham. Home win.
Draw.
West Ham.
I think Stoke, you know. I'm not going to lie, I think Stoke. I do think Stoke will get an away win. West Ham at home, it's like playing in Qatar. It's just, there's no point. It's not a home or an away game. It's just out there. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea, 5:30 kickoff.
Let's have it.
At home to Everton.
Oh, I knew that. I don't know why I'm surprised. I knew that. But,
Oh, this is tough. Koeman at the bridge.
Tough. It's tough.
Remember last time Koeman went there? Guess what he did? He took 3 points.
Lukaku coming
Three
back.
goals.
Yeah, I think.
I doubt he'll score, you know.
Is it? Is it? I don't think they have enough creativity in midfield to sort us out. So I say, I think though, I do think we will concede a goal this week.
Yeah.
Because I
what I was gonna say.
think they're that good. But no, I think Chelsea win.
See, the thing is, I don't think Chelsea are going to concede because Everton's football isn't bad, but Lukaku's not. Lukaku doesn't have the pace to do it. It's going to be another Charlie Austin performance, I think. Because yesterday he tried it and it was like, you're not getting past 3 massive defenders.
Yeah.
Do you
You're
think
not
though?
getting
Do you
past
think
them.
Everton will get chances? Though?
2 big defenders.
Well,
and
you've
that's
got
what we're
Balassi. I heard his assist record ain't bad.
I think if Everton get sniffs at goal, I don't think they're a team like
Moses is defending from the front. If there's a side you're going to go on, it's Alonso's side.
Yeah.
But who they got there?
Sure.
Dilfeu?
I hear you.
No, they could be Balassi over there, couldn't he?
They could chop and change. Like they've done that.
But even
before.
Balassi blows hot and cold, isn't it? Like he's not.
No, it does, but I think Alonso's not the best defensively.
I think they'll relish it, man.
Yeah.
The fact that they're going to the bridge, I think they'll relish the opportunity.
Yeah, they'll try a thing.
I think they'll try a thing.
Yeah.
I think they'll try a thing. But
It's just that then you've got Kante and Matic.
yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
to
'cause
consider.
It's a good team, you know.
Because they'll be
very good
trying
team.
a thing.
That's why they were my favourites to be champions at the beginning of the season, and then they just
Chelsea.
But they have dramatic.
There was an
change as
excellent
well.
moment after the Southampton game where Aspilicueta, David Luiz, and Cahill, they all just hugged each other, and then the camera caught it, and it was like, that's our back three.
Let's see if they're going to get caught.
It was nice for us Chelsea fans anyway.
Adrian,
I don't know. Something's telling me 1-1.
same here. I totally hear that.
1-1.
David,
Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah. Ernest,
I say a 1-0, you know.
1-0. Yeah, I'm going with a 1-0 draw. That's the Saturday game's over. Now it's on to the big ones.
Are you
Sunday,
serious?
12 o'clock, yeah? Arsenal at home to Spurs. Live on BT
Starting at
Sport.
12 o'clock
Sunday
on a
game's at 12.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday game's at
For
12.
flip's sake, what's the...
What
I'm
is
at
that
work from
about?
like 8, 7 in the morning. That's ridiculous.
Let's think about it
Oh,
though.
so-
How many games has BT Sport got in this year on Sunday?
The thing is, they're trying to avoid violence. though.
Yeah,
That's
because
why
these
they start
men
games
are
early.
heavy drinkers in the morning.
These lot
So.
start these games early just to avoid. Every pub will be open.
Oh,
What, like 8?
Like
Yeah.
9. Like, you know the supporters pubs.
because
They'll be
it's
open.
an early kickoff.
They
People
will
wake
be.
up.
They will be
Yeah,
open.
trust.
Dons are not going to church and that.
They're missing service. But Oscar, Arsenal home to Tottenham
12.
At whose ground is it?
at the Emirates.
I think Arsenal will
At the
be
Crucible.
victors at the Emirates.
Carpet.
I just don't think Tottenham have enough firepower. It's weird. Like I've said it like a couple of weeks ago, but it's weird how much Harry Kane not being there affects my view of Tottenham.
Against Arsenal, he's been so prolific against Arsenal.
he scored that.
He's been-
that amazing
he's-
curler.
He scored at the Emirates. He scores at White Hart Lane. He scores.
You
He
name it.
scores. Adrian.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. David.
Of course, you know where I'm going.
You know it.
cuz. You know what I'm going,
Ernest.
cuz.
Carpet, bro.
The carpet. It's a full house.
That's at the Crucible.
Wait. Let's just have this though. It's a full house for Arsenal to beat an unbeaten team. How crazy is that?
Times have changed, haven't they?
Yeah.
Times have changed. I love
Times
it. I love the fear factor.
Yes,
Them are Fitchian.
2:15 kickoff. Hull at home to Southampton. I can only assume because Southampton have the Europa League game. That's why it's a Sunday. Oscar. It's not on TV.
Southampton win.
Southampton away win.
Southampton win.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Southampton.
Southampton, bro.
Southampton. Ernest.
Against who?
Away at Hull.
Oh gosh.
Can I tell you?
Oh,
what
Mike Felon, man.
Poor guy.
Oh man. Yeah, Southampton, man. I put Charlie Austin in my
Oh,
team.
he's in my team and he will be captain this weekend.
What? Not Aguero? Oh yeah, you're Aguero.
I don't have Aguero in my
Charlie
side.
Austin.
It's between Aguero, Costa and Charlie Austin.
I hear you.
Sorry, no, Lukaku, Costa and Charlie Austin. Yeah, that's a full house. Southampton away win. 2:15 again.
Yeah.
This time on Sky Sports, it's Liverpool at home to Watford. Who knows what kind of game this could be? Oscar Anfield, what do you reckon?
Well, if you asked me if I thought Firmino was going to score a hat trick, I'd say for me, no.
Was that the second one?
That's the second one.
Yes.
That's it. He's done now.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done for
But
the
I
season.
think
What are
Liverpool.
you on?
I think Liverpool win now.
Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it slaughterhouse time, Adrian?
It has to be. Jurgen's Calvary, I'm telling you. On Sunday sale.
Sunday
Kids under 5 coming for free. It's that time of the week. It's that time of the
You know,
week,
like
guys.
chopping boards like everywhere.
Any given
oh my
Sunday.
days. Butcher knife, everything. Dude, Watford are going to get spanked.
It's an amateur.
Listen,
David.
I'm going to be bold, bro.
Oh, he's going for it.
Nah,
He's
be
big.
bold, bro.
Do you?
His 100th goal is beckoning.
oi.
I'm gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
bold,
he's still
bro.
waiting for that 100. That 100.
Not Anfield, boy. Not
Not
Anfield.
Anfield. I'm sorry, bro. If not, it'll be 4-1 Liverpool anyway. Liverpool will concede though. Let's give that granted.
True.
Remember what we said, Ernest?
Liverpool, man.
Slaughterhouse Kitchen. That's what I'm going to call it. Swansea, 3 o'clock kickoff at home to Manchester United. Oscar. God, Bradley and Co.
Who the heck's going to be up front for United?
Have Swansea won yet? Bradley.
Not under Bradley.
Bradley. Well, are they going to win now? What's the score now? Is it still 1-1
It's
now?
still 1-0. Yeah, still 1-0.
Sad times.
Barrow.
It's a good away win.
versus
That's a good away
Derby.
point. That's a good away point.
I think it's going to be.
I'm not saying he's
not
good.
that
I'm not
good.
saying he's good. I'm just saying Darmian easily gets shook when he's unprepared. So
Yeah, man. There's them players that they're not even that great, but
Yeah.
you know they're going to give someone a bundle. It's like when we were saying Zaha against Marino.
Yeah.
It's that Zaha's not that great, but we
Right.
know
Right,
he'll do something.
Right,
but
right.
yeah, I think it'll be a point for Swansea.
Point. Yeah?
Yeah, a well-earned point.
Adrian?
If United don't win this game, I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
United.
You're saying United. David?
Man United.
Man United away win. Ernest,
I'll say actually United will win.
you're saying you're United away.
Does Mourinho have a ban for this game, or is it just?
If he accepts the Burnley charge for whatever he said to Clattenburg, he's going to get a 1-game ban. Whether that is immediate or the game after or the Arsenal game, who knows? Who knows?
No, I want Mourinho on the touchline with Wenger though, don't you? You just want that.
I want it full on.
That frosty handshake.
You want him there.
I just want it full
Yeah,
on.
you want the handshake. That's exactly what you want.
By the way, Saturday, 19th of November is that game, 12:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. I don't know where you lot will be.
I'll be at work.
I'll be right here.
Flat screen.
Saturday what?
Even Saturday, 19th of
I'll be
November,
at
when we
work.
play United.
Oh, no, we'll say-
Where was it?
discuss
OT?
Afterwards. We'll discuss afterwards.
I think it's stress. Anyway,
OT.
I think United will get. I want United to do so bad. That's the thing. It's between my heart and my head. United will win though in my head. 4:30, last game of the weekend. It's Leicester at home to West Brom. Sky Sports News. Sky Sports whatever. 4, 1, 2, 3. Why this is on TV?
Leicester just have to win a game. Don't they?
What game is this?
Leicester at home to West Brom.
Oh, come on,
What?
bruv.
I said Leicester have to win a game.
Yeah, but why are you going on that Leicester don't win games?
When was the last time they won?
I swear they beat Thing last week.
Last week.
Did they play last week?
Wasn't it Palace?
Oh yeah, they did win last
They
week.
won-
My bad.
they won
my bad.
convincingly last week.
Because I thought about United, Chelsea, and
Their home
last
record is
game,
very
yeah.
good. That's it. Their
Cool,
home
cool,
record
cool.
is
They
very
never lost in September at home. Last September. So
Since
it's
last September?
September 2015 against Arsenal.
good.
Madness.
No, Alexis hat-trick. Oh.
Yeah, that's the last time.
At the
they
King
lost at home.
Power.
The King
Yeah,
Power.
but
KP.
KP.
yeah,
Listen.
I think Leicester will win this game because
What's been my enemy of
Super
football,
Tony
bruv?
Pulis.
Honestly.
Adrian?
Yeah, I think Leicester comfy. Their home record is great.
How many letters in West Brom, bruv?
That's what, like 8?
Leicester, bruv.
Like 8 nil?
or West Bromwich Albion.
Oh, yeah. If
There's a lot of
you go with
letters
the
there.
full 9, then, you think it's that many, yeah?
Yeah, bruv.
Ernest?
Leicester.
I think it's a full house from all of us here at the Top 4 podcast.
Yeah.
That's all that we have for this week. I can't believe we got one more and then it's a break. Like,
No,
that's so
that's so
annoying.
annoying.
Whoever burst that bubble just...
We can do an international break. Bro.
about
I
what?
just-
Well, for Faroe Islands.
The Faroe
At
Islands.
San Marino, them man there. Moldova.
Just talk about will Scotland make it this year?
Andorra. No,
Oh, wait, guys, speaking about international football, there's some poll that I read where people were like, do we not do well at tournaments because we don't have a winter break? What do you guys think about that?
It's the same story.
Same
It's been like this for
man.
5 years. Like 6 years.
Alive, man.
Do you have a winter break? I don't care.
For me, it don't make a difference. Like, we're
Doesn't
plants
make a
anyways.
difference.
Yeah.
Doesn't
like-
make a difference.
England are not gonna be good if there's a break or not. Like,
We're just trash. We're just.
Yeah, I love it. Like, people use that as the reason, or the reason why Spain are better than us, because, you know.
No, we don't know how to play football, bro. Straight up.
Simple as. Make
Shout out to all
sure.
the listeners, fam.
Big up all the listening crew. Make sure you log in next week. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, iTunes,
guys,
SoundCloud.
guys.
We're all
Damn,
there.
blood.
Top 4.
Top 4,
You
bro.
done know.
Done
We
know.
are out.